Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. I'm Shannon Bread, and I'm your restreamer for today. Long time no see. Ha ha ha, I know, funny. This is the Majora's Mask Standard Tournament Season 5 Winners Bracket Round 2 race from TrevPerson versus Blaze. We have had some technical issues with the delay, so the race doesn't start for another 3.5 minutes. So, I'm going to introduce everybody, and then I'm just going to leave it to the commentators to entertain you, and talk about the tournament so far and, whatever predictions that they have for this race. So, in the commentary box today, we have Brigo Bash and Spec, and our two lovely trackers, me and Poto Lone Wolf. I am in a room full of tournament racers again. I'm just going to leave it to you guys, and I'm just going to step away and hand it over to the commentators. So Spec and Brigo, take it away.
Thanks, Shan. Hello, sports fans. We have 2.5 minutes still to kill, so
I hope Shan doesn't get intimidated by a sheer amount of skill within the commentary booth, the runners and the trackers. She'll be alright.
I mean, Shan's been gliding. I'm looking forward to Shan in Scrubs and possibly Season 6.
Yeah, let's go. More people.
I've been looking forward to this. Blaze and Trev, two very, very enjoyable players to watch. Top speedrunners.
Yeah, I haven't been watching many of the races, but I definitely came back to look at Trev's and Matt's. And, Trev, of course, it's one of the best speedrunners in Majora's Mask. That's not even a question. But he hasn't been around Randall for that long or have played that many standard seeds as much as others. But I was really surprised. I mean, not that surprised, but somewhat surprised that he was very, very, very competitive against Matt. And his win shows it. He's now advancing to the winner's bracket, and this is another top level match.
Yeah, very much. I mean, I was watching Trev maybe a month ago, and he was not as good as he is now. Like, he's improved so quickly. But that's Trev. He's a very, very fast learner, especially in this game. He knows this game probably better than anyone I know.
Yeah, I think the speedrun to randomizer transition is more than the execution, because you do have the thought process of doing things efficiently when you're labbing out strats and stuff. You do have all the thought process, the mindset. That's why you see, for example, Jess and others doing very well from speedrunning to rando. Like, more than execution, just efficient routing.
Blaze, of course, is also a very good speedrunner, top 3 in glitchless, and an experienced rando player too. He's come back in this season, and he's coming back pretty strong. I think both of them have the potential to go very far, so it'll be a bit disappointing to see one of them go to loser's bracket, but it should be a good race.
Yeah, it's only round 2, and it's like very good players already being knocked out. What is happening?
Yeah.
Maybe everyone is improving in general. But yeah, when it comes to Blaze, there's also, his glitchless time is up there, and he has been around for quite a while in Rando. I'm not sure if he played Season 3 or 4 or to what extent, but I do know that he came back for Season 5 and is on, full on the gas pedal. Got a really good seed in the qualifiers and won first round.
Yeah, I think he did come back almost in Season 3, but he didn't really have the time to commit to learning it again and getting back into it. Yeah, now he's for real, and we're off.
Alright, what do we have in the D-pad? And we have nothing on the D-pad. This FD starts Season 4 all over again. I'm calling it. Sorry, everyone. I'm just kidding. We're gonna have Stone Tower Temple first temple. Trust me.
Still grabbing the fairy. I usually don't do that if it's an FD start.
Yeah, exactly. I think the early fairy meta is mainly because you have two sphere zero checks if you have a an overworld transformation mask. But from here we already have a divergence. We got early night one route on the screen, aka fairy guru guru as I call it.
I think that was a big chest and straw roof inside Clocktown. I'm kind of surprised Trev didn't grab it.
I thought I saw a small brown one. Maybe you're gonna have to
Oh.
see again.
Okay. I'm just blind.
So yeah, Trev is sticking to south here for those early items, and let's see what Blaze is gonna do, because I don't have much of an idea what's the default plan of early night one.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this in your routing video, the potential dangers of skipping room key check. Although, how questionable the danger is kind of questionable, if that makes sense.
Yeah, to sum it up very quickly, it's a route that looks really fast because all this time on the first cycle, you're being sort of bottlenecked by old lady. Not bottlenecked, but there's a limit on your throttle. You know, you want to get to that point, and then you sort of open up and play the rest of the game. But you know, it's not like it's not like on other openers, you're not doing stuff. You're still doing checks, just in a different way. And yeah, there's the whole issue with, it's not even skipping room key, it's just how you're gonna route it in the next cycle. You know, it's awkward to enter the hotel at first. Maybe it's better in these settings, because if you have Zora or Deku, you can just go there, play a bunch of stories. But, you know, it has, I do think it can have advantages. It's not my cup of tea, but I don't discount it completely. And you see a lot of runners do that, which means it is a winning opener, sort of. You know, it wins races.
Definitely trust Blaze's routing. Oh, Bremen Mass for dead Grog, unfortunately, because we had Swamp Spider House and Grog hinted dead, Stone Tower Temple and Zora Hall hinted Way of the Hero.
Yeah, put in your chips on early Ranch Day 3, maybe. And Trev, you know what? Trev doing P-Hack Grotto, I think he missed the power crouch stab, don't you think?
I think so.
Yeah. Doing the jump slash through the front, it's painful.
Swamp Part 3 dead.
We got Stone Tower Temple with the hero and Zora Hall with the hero, right? If you always hints dead. So unfortunately that it's not Zora opener, or else you could do a little rush ski here. Don't think it would be too punishing. Speaking of Zora, exterior is foolish, so you might see some boat jump strats. They decide to go individually to interior without sewers.
I'm pretty sure they're both boat jumpers.
I know Trev is, and I wouldn't doubt that Blaze is either. So yeah, Trev did finish the south cleanup. Meanwhile, we're seeing some Clocktown checks with Blaze a little bit ahead of time. So for our money situation, you know, Trev opened one brown and the P-Hat had nothing, so a little bit dire so far.
Yeah, there was the 100 rupees on Caffey's face, which is 100 rupees no one's ever going to get.
We have a magic from Swordsman, so any hopes on skipping that check, the dream. And yeah, one of those things that early night one doesn't have is to be able to do this tingle. Actually, and Trav just speaking the postman right on time. It's just under 10 hours on Earth Clocktown. It's really good. But Trev did enjoy some cash back from the 5 rupee tingle, having a whole 50. And yeah, when it comes to early night one, I would have to see what each runner decides to do, but delaying that north until you save Old Lady, that would be my first idea, because you go from you play double time there to then do the tingle, and that's your the only time you pass through the region. Yeah, Picto Box was on the tree. Maybe Blaze just delayed it until he was gonna do the tingle, cause not much point if he's gonna go there anyway later.
Interior foolish.
Just because I mentioned boat jump. Let's have a hope that these hints are actually, I don't want to say useful, coin that kind of value to it, but let's hope they're not literally behind go mode, Zora being the last item, and they can actually, use the hints to some extent. Well, Ocean Spider House Day 1 not available. How many alwayses do we have? We have like 5 already?
4. Boat Archery, Swamp Spider House Reward, Ocean Spider House Reward, and Gossip Stones. Oh, 5? Did I miss one?
It's quite a lot. That's a decent amount of hints we have so far in the early Clocktown and Termina regions.
But damn, Manchester died,
solid.
I didn't even notice.
Blaze coming back to West in order to buy that Keaton mask. Going through Clocktown a little bit more, and we see that he has way too much in-game time to spend. That's the part where, like I said, the whole plan for Night 1 comes in. You see Trev is doing Observatory, although not on Night 1. Will not spend in-game time there for traversing through Observatory. Let's see how early he's gonna be for Old Lady, because yeah, now Blaze just has a lot of time, and it really sucks to see that if you're the runner, but the check's gonna get done. He's got a quiz to do, bought the item, and it's gonna get all of this out of the way.
I was wondering when he left from the Gossip Stone, because, I mean, I probably would have continued to Pillar Grotto, but you must have something else in mind.
Oh yeah, I have seen what Trev is doing right now. In his other race, he also double timed after climbing those set of stairs. Oh, his face when he sees the 200. I don't know, man. You just don't pick it up. Could be a late scrub routing for the end of the cycle. You bomb boost in and out, have Goron and bombs, the 200s there. Got potential. Better than have 200 rupees transform into 19. Alright, a nice little hook shot.
Oh, he picked it up.
Oh, man! The sheer disappointment in TrevPerson's face. Alright, that's quite a good hint, having Dog Race being hinted at here, because if they go to Ranch, they got the Bremen mask, it will be a confirmed full clear of items on the first go.
Well, Grog is Grog is hinted dead.
Wait, Grog was hinted too?
Yep.
Oh, but bro, why are we rolling these seeds? This is so foul, man. Even though the Bremen mask was early, the hint is actually quite decent. Just an awkward spot for an early wrench. And Blaze decides to go for the day 2 hide and seek. We'll have all this Clocktown movement early on. And in this case, I don't completely hate it, because it's 10 minutes in. They barely... They did quite a lot of the Clocktown stuff already, and they're already running out of checks. So what do you do here, really? You just enter Great Bay and go, okay, I'm gonna do 2 checks in Zora Cape, isolating like isolating the Grotto. Have to take a ton of extra movement later to come back to those. So yeah, it's really a competition of the worst options you have. I wouldn't be surprised if he exits here to try to bink some item on the pillar. We'll opt not to, actually. Oh yeah, have we peeked the Road to Iconic chest? I'm really sorry, I wasn't...
No,
didn't
not
like-
yet.
Yeah, because, I mean, Blaze went to lap around Termina, and all of a sudden it was over.
Yeah, he left at the Gossip Stone before getting to the pillar or to Road to Iconic.
Yeah, I had that impression, yeah. No wonder he was so early for our old lady. Got Ocean Title Deed on the 90 rupee check. That's some money that you spend and it's completely thrown away, basically. Oh, speaking of the worst early items of all time. What do you do here? You go to Zora Cape for 2 hookshot chests, no Goron, no life, no speed ups, or do you do a completely raw graveyard?
Just more bad options.
This is one of the classic spots that I just say, I am so glad I'm on a commentary booth rather than play. I mean, you know, there are 2 items in Road to Swamp. I think what 4 single items we haven't seen. Surely that's gonna be something there, right? In Blaze's point of view, at least, you know, he takes the east exit here, and he's gonna complete the loop around. He hasn't done Observatory, right? So walking around all this part is kind of painful, but it is what it is. But he will do some south chests, right? Wait, yeah, he's entering the Gossips now, so that's when he'll read it. Yeah, Room Key here, adding a little bit of density to the stockpot in. I would, you know, if you want to go Knight 3 here, I give you 100% complete authorization. By all means do it, because you got... I mean, you could go for those 2 checks there, or you could delay until midnight and do a 3 check stockpot in, which being staff room, guest room, and delivering the paper. If you wanna do some early... go early Knight 3, you have all these options. I'm not gonna lie, oh yeah, no, wait, yeah, I was thinking something wrong. Okay, hear me out. So Blaze is on free in-game time, right? He doesn't have anything to... He already did Old Lady, basically. So as he exited to Pillar Grotto, that's when he got Room Key. If he had double timed all the way to Knight 3 there, you know what? I would have defended that play, and if you want to do something cheeky, my fellow viewers, I think that would be the spot. Because you enter Clocktown again, you take 2 free items, and yeah, I mean, just try to bank something, and if you don't, I guess keep playing, go somewhere.
I think that'd be very decent. It's a bit of out of the box thinking. You have to deviate from your standard openers, which I know in my case I'm reluctant to do that. So I don't have that experience.
I'm not gonna lie, even if they had a bottle here, I think I would be defending this play too, because you know they don't even have a mask. They're not wearing a mask, okay? And to go to Swamp, you gotta wear a mask in order to get a little bit of speed up on those checks, even if it's just Deku hopping around the flowers rather than swimming on the poison. So yeah, you know, would have been different, would have been maybe promising. Because we are seeing each runner's futures in, you know, in one screen, the other one's future. And it's not looking promising, but Blaze here, I think we might see a day 3 in order to do ranch. And it really sucks here because you you know ranch is guaranteed having only one check out of the two you can do, and it's not like you read hints. I mean, it's not like the hints are gonna be useful because you do have some already. You know, two way of the heroes, two foolishes, three. I don't remember. I know. Yeah, it's two fire fortress.
Interior, yeah.
But yeah, your other options are like, you know, incomplete day 2 woods with very slow movement. Yeah, so here's a tingle too, so +2 to that whole density. Yeah, this option is rather solid in Blaze's situation here. And then, you know, after you do the ranch, soar out and, you know, maybe enter the hotel. Who knows? The other option being Zora Cape 2 checks awkwardly, 2 hookshot checks. Meanwhile, in Trev's spot, enjoy doing that Keaton quiz as he entered, and we'll get Old Lady done now. And let's see what option he picks. In terms of staying in the cycle, choosing his time of day.
He has a room key equipped.
Oh, the room key is on his C buttons.
Yeah.
Is he confusing this for glitched gameplay? Is he playing a 100% speedrun right now? Is there a room key that you need to do some, I don't know, some equip swap, item cloning thing? I don't remember.
I think room key is one of the items you can use. For the dive on Georg, for example, but I don't think that's his plan. I'm not sure why he equipped it.
I don't have by far I don't have the most prime inventory, so I totally get it. By the way, did not check the 90 rupee on the shop, right?
I don't think... Well, wait, wasn't that the ocean deed or no? Yeah.
Given that he already has the letter to Mama for toilet, unless Cafe Mask shows up in a massive plot twist, that's probably not gonna be an issue. Or there's a magic, you know, Zora plus Ikana entry in like 2 seconds for the runners. And I was gonna say, yeah, Trev took a deposit and now they do have a wallet. Only Blaze for now, but I don't see Trev skipping horse race. In this spot, can just say cheeky aggro play and not do it. The seat is way too dry on items. Supposed to go all the way for the rupees, even not having the bow. I thought he was gonna double time to regenerate the bushes and look at this item, which is a Bomber's Notebook we're not gonna get, but didn't do that.
Not
Blaze
even any new knowledge in Ranch yet.
Double timing near the gossip for the speed up. He could have double timed much sooner, especially since you know you're not gonna do any of the other rank checks. The time of day is... There is leniency when you're doing the rank stuff, but opted for the safety. And yeah, I'm just curious really, because after this, Blaze can just... He can go to Swamp Owl, do the small Great Bay entry. I'm leaning to think entering Great Bay here might be better, because, I mean, you have a grotto and 2 items on the tingle. Maybe you're gonna get the item that solves your seed there. And if it's not, you know, do 2 really bad checks, and it is what it is. You know, the check is big on the top of the dog race roof.
Oh my god. No Honey and Darling this cycle.
And it's quite awkward.
Yep.
But I do defend his 9-1. If he gets to do Town Archery, he doesn't have to, but I think it's good enough. Because, yeah, you can't play around everything, and I think doing 9-1 was... Playing for 9-1 here was rather solid. Although, to be fair, if you see in your future, you know, very immediate future, by the way, that you're gonna have to enter Great Bay again, as human, probably going all the way to the Zora Cape hookshot chests. I mean, that's a lot of in-game time that you're gonna dump already. So you could have played around getting exactly bow there for Honey and Darling, but it is a possibility, but it's not like it's game-changing. Yet again, taking a pawn all the way. Meanwhile, Trev delivered the picture. I mean, it's kind of nice having the +1 check by delivering the picture here, but yeah, Trev is just in the same dry spot as Blaze, and we're gonna see 2 tingle items plus a Gourmet race, probably a ranch here. He is on day 3 as well. Watch Woods have something, and both runners have a little bit of a meltdown. Oh, this is so good for Blaze. Yeah, he ended up with a bow for here. Always love to see that. It is a thing too, playing around, getting a bow before going to this location. Ended up working out nicely. Because if you go to ranch here, you already know... Yeah, you already know the other 2 ranch checks are dead. This is kind of crazy. And yeah, you can play around the bow for you know, very little cost and get rewarded like this.
Yeah, because you know you're not really leaving anything behind in ranch until you get keg, so... I want to see a really good Swamp Archery time and Horse Race time from both of them. Although I think... Yeah, Blaze has already missed a few.
Come on, Blaze. I think Blaze has been watching way too many of my runs. Having that, you know, 46 Swamp Archery, kind of a good time. 41 though, I mean...
A 52 Horse Race from Trev, that's...
We've all been there. Nah, that's a custom music. You see that he got dash Legends dash Apple Market. Is there a Apple Market in this game? Why is this song a thing? What is MM? Is it Midnight Meeting? The acronym MM on the music. Is Midnight Meeting an actual game? Because it would have 100% an Apple Market, and it would suck. Like, come on, man. Giving TrevPerson a 52? That's what the game called Midnight Meeting is for? I am really sorry. Both runners are retracing each other's steps, and Blaze didn't get any items, so that's why I got carried away.
That's true, though. I mean, that's why I had to switch to vanilla music. Even if it's a little boring.
Yeah, I'm going for a 1v1 parity, so I'm playing a bit of a virtual console as well. I'm gonna play on WeVC against Vidya. Yeah, I'm not doing custom music again, man. It's not even because of having, you know, 58 horse race. You can actually plan, though, the music for the race, and I suggest everyone doing that. There's like the sex.txt file thing you can change. It's really simple. But you know, if in any other place you get a bit of a lag...
Trev. Sorry, I just watched Trev get on the horse 3 times trying to read this hint.
I think he's trying to time stop on his hints. This is the one where they time stop, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he's used to actually reading it. It's unfortunate. I understand it, man. I gotta say, some things never change between, you know, someone who is a very experienced speedrunner and mostly plays the vanilla game, and us who just, you know, came to Rando, you know, dropped from an airplane, basically. You know, just having issues, you know, getting off a pawn, and and it's close to the hint, and you go read the hint, you go on the pawn, and then you target it. It happens to everyone. That's a very humbling moment. That's very relatable.
Remove your pawn from the game, please. Or allow super slides and ranch.
So yeah, Blaze, I guess, coming could be a little bit of ahead here. So if you got your eggs on the instant I1 opening basket, that's a good sight to see. Trev is on daytime, by the way. Hasn't played night yet.
He's choosing to do it now. Choosing to skip Honey and Darling.
Yeah, got the bow and then is playing night. Interesting. I guess you haven't thought of Honey and Darling. Because right now, it's on the list of things he can do, because he already got the Swamp Owl over with. He only has the Great Bay to enter. So in this spot, you gotta do your minigames. Because you're human, you're slow, you're walking everywhere. Minigames go up in value. Oh, Blaze. Yeah, we've all been there. Blaze couldn't peek the... Oh yeah, you absolutely can't peek Postman if you do Instant I1, right?
Yeah, you can catch him second day, but I don't know what kind of route you'd be doing.
There is a mapping. You can stalk Postman, you know, on a practice ROM or whatever, and write all his moves. But it's not like you can plan it, you know, it's like...
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, 2 p.m. he goes do something. Bro, when are you gonna be on day 2, 2 p.m. or whatever, inside of Clocktown? And how
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Blaze actually never went to Observatory, so when it comes to the parity between what runners did, yeah, Blaze isn't completely ahead like I thought.
Oh, and he's gonna get that gold rupee too with an empty wallet, almost empty wallet. And
Yeah,
he's gonna get the song peak on Skull Kid.
Yeah, Blaze gotta love it. It's crazy. And I think both runners loved it when they got that bottle in the Day 3 tower chest. That's why we skip woods. That's why we play for the rush of getting that late bottle and knowing we never stepped into Southern Swamp.
Or West to Lapfish even.
That is true. Wow, very subtle.
White song. But I mean, you get that anyway, so... Because if it's healing, you really don't want to miss that.
Oh! Oh, right! Okay, now I understood it. Oh, yes, cool. School Kid with the song in hand and was like, okay, yeah, Blaze is doing the School Kid check, whatever. No, he's on Observatory, and that's an actual thing. I didn't notice that.
It's only after midnight.
Yeah, you can't skip it. It's like you're not gonna bail on the healing because it's a light song. Plus, you have 0 checks available. Now it's when you play double time and you're already thinking about Kamaru. Actually, you're thinking about Woods. And then you're thinking about how Kamaru is going to be awful to do. But yeah, that's 100%. Blaze going for the hotel with a full wallet rather than depositing first. I didn't see his bank amount. That's where you can play around, getting more money for those chests if you haven't completed bank. Because the timing for depositing might be completely gone after this. When you just go elsewhere, do stuff in the game. And we got a land title deed from Trev. Always awkward having to store back for the swamp, but it is what it is. That's the checks you have available so far. And you know, we've seen these things. Hold on, there's a big chest here. Okay. Alright. Zora Mask on Staff Room, Sphere 0, purely. Now we're gonna play the game. Bit of a small time loss for Trev, unfortunately. But still quite a bit of C to be played. Oh yeah, hey, those hints are actually useful. And whoa, we got a Chateau. Trev? Not gonna buy that? Chateau for 40 bucks. It's a plus 160.
He seems unhappy. Maybe he meant to buy it and realized after.
I mean, you talk to the Tingle again. It's I I don't know. Also on Blaze's screen, you're seeing the unfortunately walk to the scrub, but it is what it is when you do first cycle observatory. Outside of observatory opener, it's always awkward. And we got extra toilet paper, because...
Yeah, I see now why Blaze didn't deposit.
Yeah, it's just such common knowledge that Trev absolutely knows. Didn't take opponent to cape. Come on, Trev, let's go, come on. Totally unbiased here. Alright, we gotta... Oh, yeah, this is what I talked about. Blaze doesn't have the bank roundup. This is where, if you have the... Okay, I know I'm talking about bank routing for 30 minutes again, but this is important. This is where you can map, for example, bottling a fish or something completely irrelevant in order to sell just to complete the bank right away before you end cycle. It seems like a lot of time wasted, but Blaze is gonna reset cycle here. If he's gonna do the mini games, bank is gonna be screwed again. So when are you gonna complete it? When are you gonna have this chance again? You know what I mean? So yeah. And you see Trev is having so much money right now, and not having that chateau, I am... It's starting to hurt, honestly.
Bomb bag, I think?
I saw a red potion bottle.
Okay.
I don't know, I have the screen very small here. It might be the bomb bag.
Either way, that's going to work out much more nicely for Blaze.
Oh, and Trev doing
all the way back.
Sorry, I see Trev doing a little bit of walk around. He doesn't have a bomb bag. I'm not sure he realized. And if he's gonna human swim, I have bad news for him, because season 3 was 2 years ago. Oh yeah, he's going for it. Yeah, you. I mean, some genius in chat, you know, time simply soaring from there, and then the time you take to get back to do this, versus, you know, Zora Cape Grotto value, it's gonna be unroutable later, blah blah blah, but... Yeah, I would say it's really hard to justify. He doesn't even have Fire Arrow to try to bink away the hero item. And now I think it's just pure time loss, because he could be going to the hotel, getting all those checks, getting that Zora. Gonna have to Sora back here anyway. And Blaze wastes no time going for that transformation fairy check. Very subtle, a lot of times it gets really late. It's a Gato mask, useful for later. For later, what do I mean? That 90
is open. Oh, Ocean D Trade is open.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, you can choose one. You either do woods here, you know, a place that actually has checks, or you start routing Old Lady plus Camaro. I mean, which one? You know, choose one. All right, so it's 420 in the bank. Totally intentional, 100%. Yeah. Thought he was gonna do mini games, but guess just front-loaded safe single money. I want to see what Blaze is gonna do, because he's gonna get a Chateau Romani. Not sure if he routes that. Can route it with Camaro. When he's gonna do woods, I'm also interested. He hasn't bought the potion, mainly because he was gonna exit to do to enter Great Bay, so you have to have the bottle open for Labfish. Always a dilemma when you're, for example, you go buy the potion and you say, oh, I wanna enter Great Bay because I'm already here in West Clocktown. I wanna have, you know, the movement, yeah, the routing and stuff. And then you're like,
the potion in Zora shop is routable.
Oh my god. If we meet on the winners bracket and I lose, I already know what to blame. Wow, this, how did I never thought of it. Holy, that's really good. Bro, if Blaze buys that potion, that's gonna be insane. On Blaze has it so good too. He has the land title deed on the cycle. He's gonna do day 2 woods. I would say Trev has some catching up to do. Even though he hasn't done Swamp Archery, and he'll probably never do it in the seed. Zora Shop Potion. Alright. But yeah, I would say the very late portions of the seed, if you don't get any items on the actual good checks you can do right now, I'm interested to see if they're what they're gonna do, because Camaro is a thing. Rerouting Old Lady is an actual thing. I mean, you can just say, oh, okay, I'm dumping the check to forever, but it might come up. If you can route it, you might want to. After doing Woods, you do have to Song of Time for that, though, so would be interesting to see what they do. I was gonna say, you know, Song of Time and then do minigames, but Honey and Darling is only day 3, making their situation much worse. Oh yeah, on Trev's screen, we got Captain Zat too. That's also on the runner's mind. Okay, I take back everything I said. You can actually do a little bit of a, as we coined it, raw graveyard trip. As you know, after you Song of Time as a Clocktown warp, in order to reroute Old Lady and route Kamaru in the process. It's not the best. You never want to resort to things like this, but if you want to route the full clear, I think that's the runners might converge to it unless they find something in, essentially in Woods, really. Or Kamaru, right here.
Blaze
I would
doing
say
my least favorite minigame.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Kamaru, the best minigame. No, Mikau, yeah. Forgetting the names. I said it again. Mikau and Rosa Sisters, my favorite minigames, due to how long they take. I would say, you know, Trev maybe... Yeah, give the mask. Remember that when he gets in logic, but I was gonna say Trev maybe got punished by not having not having healing for Kamaru here, but he can just soar to do... Oh my god, I said Kamaru again. For Mikau. But he can soar to Grey Bay and do Mikau plus Pinnacle Rock as a little... a tiny extra density. And you know, but seeing what Mikau has, both runners are gonna have Mount Title Deed on their second cycle, so they will have some leeway to maybe be able to deliver it, which is where the hero location as well.
Find out what it actually was on like.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have like confirmation here.
It's working out a lot better for Blaze, having Zora Mask before coming here. That was a lot of wasted time for Trev. Especially because he decided to do the swim to Zora Hall.
Yeah, it is the red potion. If Blaze...
Oh, you're right.
Now I want to ask Blaze so badly, were you thinking about Zora Shop Potion? Because he's definitely not gonna do it now. Unfortunate.
Okay, Trev immediately going to Zora Hall, I think. Blaze didn't have enough money yet. Maybe he would have done a Zora Jar mini game on the way, though. He might have been banking on getting money on the way, and if he didn't, just doing one round of pot smashing.
So I guess this seed is moving a little bit, but it's always this awkward spot where the seed gave you enough items to be able to survive a little bit, but you know it's about to dry out really soon. Especially, and I know this will happen. We will get an absolutely useless item on Zora Hallway of the Hero.
Oh.
All right, never mind. It's highlighted. I was about to say it's very unlikely that this way the hero doesn't unlock anything because ice arrows unlock Upper Ikana, light arrows unlock Secret Shrine, the other transformations mask. I don't even have to say it. Bomb Bag North. Only the 2 song items wouldn't unlock anything, but now maybe we enter Ikana, boys. If you want to skip Woods, also kind of a very valid spot to be fair. Awkward, for example, in Trev's screen. I mean, in both players' screens because this is also a spot where they could do minigames, taking the East exit here. But again, Honey and Darling is still bow only on with their inventory, so yeah. And Trev is just not gonna do anything. You know what? I defend this too, because if you're... Might as well backlog all of that until day 3 so you can combo both minigames, right? And get, you know, max density from it. I think minigames here would be good, but I think doing this little delay, working on your live checks, you will have 5 things in Secret Shrine, even though they're gonna take 2 years to do because you don't have any equipment. I think this is a spot where I say delaying minigames might be good, just because of the Honey and Darling time of day that absolutely sucks. And would be better off to combo Honey and Darling Town Archery for later, for a tiny, tiny efficiency. Blaze, on the other hand, is gonna do this as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're passing through East Clocktown anyway. It would be more efficient, I guess, to rank them together, but I don't think it's terrible to do it right here.
Yeah, it is at the very least defensible because of you're human for so long in the seed. But, you know, when it comes to what's happening on the screen, if this is not anything, and we have a massive progression section from what Trev is doing, from this little Ikana entry into possible Shrine, Trev might just literally get the upper hand here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking at Blaze's screen, and you know, money for minigames from this, and West Clocktown probably not gonna be in West Clocktown for the next half an hour, and I'm just looking at, man, Bank 2 has been left, and yeah, the lesson for MMR is that do your minigames because they have something, but don't do minigames because they have nothing, and that's what we saw here from Town Archery. Oh yeah, and, you know, Instant I1 people, here's, I would say really, really good room key routing from Blaze. That's how you do it. That's how it gets done. And he will opt for the more, I would say, you know, traditional consistent day 2 woods here. Meanwhile, Trev has got a big chest on bats. And it's the most awkward. The most awkward trade item of all of them. Just a couple's mask.
Well, I mean, if he does do the day 3 Clocktown minigame cleanup.
And we've seen night. No, never mind. This is oh yeah, just day 2 so far. I was about to say night 2 for the Kamado etc. routing, but Blaze maybe not thinking about that just now. Also really nice. First phase of the Iron Knuckle plus doing with a bow on the second one. Bow is really good for Iron Knuckle if you're low on equips.
Yeah, I wish more people knew about using bow. A lot of
I
people
would
don't.
I would say having a bow for Iron Knuckle can make it or break it, your decision to go there. It makes it so much better. And Trev, okay, yeah. This is a spot where you think it's good picking Kira here, but I would say don't, because look at the amount of extra movement, and you might return here on your very, very last, section of backlog checks, because this cycle could last a long time. You can route a bunch of stuff just by staying in this cycle. And Blaze just got a bunny hood. Just like me, he's not wearing it.
Relatable.
We need like, I don't know, like 8 more D-pad items, I swear, because bunny hood is just... The inventory for it absolutely doesn't exist. I see, for example, me, little Timmy runner learning MMR. I see Jess going around Stone Tower Temple with the bunny hood, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to pause like 300 times in order to equip it as I play it. Meanwhile, Trev, farming money, very prudent. I definitely like it. And Blaze gets a second bow, Sphere Zero bow from the Witch. Not what unlocks the seed so far. Maybe this day 3 first bottle for the runners potion healing is gonna be the way. Also has the swamp check actually. I gotta say it's really hard to resist the bargain of just going to woods first. Look at this. It's 3 items. Blaze actually had 1 more because of the title D trade, which Trev had to do on the previous cycle. And
Wow.
we'll have the Swamp Grotto as well. Meanwhile...
What in Way of the Hero. Fantastic.
Wait, well, that was Zora confirmed. Yeah, okay, yeah. Am I gonna jinx if I just say it? The seed is gonna be... Starts with G. No, I mean, hold on. The first... I already botched this. It's ridiculous, right? Meanwhile, Bomb Bag on Trev's side. Perfectly in logic and lower Ikana. Maybe we're gonna... Wait. The strat here is to pop the owl and then go for the grotto plus shrine. I mean, let's just see what Trev does. And he learned this! Epic for the speedrunner. Not shy of learning rando tricks. Learned the Zora dive. Shoutouts to the Wayfaring Fox. For skipping those ice arrows. What was I saying again? I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I mean, the bit is done at this point, but, I'm gonna say it anyway, and please clap. Oh, another explosive.
Okay.
Both runners are exploding in different ways. That's nice to see. And then Trev preloading the potion! What a mad lad. I would say never do this, because you can just go for this as you enter the well. It's right there, but, Wait, no, this is... Oh! Oh, this is Waterfall Woods! We are so
he remembered.
so cooking!
The potion for Kome.
This is beautiful. I think was it on last run? I think the commentary booth told Trev he could have done this. It was a rare seed where Waterfall Woods, as I'm calling it right now, I'm coining the term, could be done. And here it is again, another Waterfall Woods routing option. This is amazing.
Yeah, in an interview, he was realizing then that he'd missed the opportunity, and he felt pretty bad about it. And now he's took it on board and he's remembered it.
Yeah, I just looked at the witch, took the cutscene. I don't even know how he would skip the witch cutscene from there. It doesn't matter. Big chest on East Clocktown Hideout. Let's see what it is. All right. Oh, Okay. Hold on, I'm having an aneurysm here. Because I want to say something. I don't know how to start. Beneath the Oil is in Logic. The entire Upper Econ is in Logic. Stone Tower Temple is where the hero. I joked. Okay, I said a joke. Joka. I said a joke that this was gonna be another FD start. First Temple Stone Tower seed. I was joking. GOKYNG. I was joking, okay? But we are looking at it right now. Just go to Stone Tower Temple. It is perfectly in Logic. We got everything except Goron Mask, so everything is gonna be slow. It's here. When you think that FD start is fake start, it's season 4 .zip. It is not. Apparently, it's a free ticket to Stone Tower Temple. And we are going there. Blaze is gonna full throttle on this and never look back. Maybe he can do Palace out of Logic to get a bean. Doesn't matter. He's gonna go to Stone Tower Temple first thing. First thing after a lot of things, but first thing.
Exactly. I think I'm pretty sure Trev forgot to talk to Kotake. I think he just gave the potion to Kome.
Oh yeah, 'cause at least the tracker's saying 30 ammo. Yeah. Not gonna get punished, so... It's gonna make him sweat a little bit. And we got Bomb Bag 4 Graveyard on Blaze's side. Gonna do a little bit extra checks. I mean, is Trev gonna keep getting away with it? Already didn't do Town Archery, had nothing. Swamp Archery had nothing. This Grotto has nothing. If Day 2 Iron Knuckle doesn't have anything, I mean... We would say beginner's luck, you know? I don't know how many times world record holder TrevPerson, the rookie, just like Alonso in Formula 1. I tried to not talk about it 52 minutes in, but you know me, Briegel Bash.
Yeah, if only McLaren had the budget for Tony Robbins, this would never have happened.
Yeah, Lando Norris got knocked out in Q1, 17th place. Blames a yellow flag, but it was just skill. But what matters is that Trev is soaring all the way to Clocktown in order to just do Mayor. Not just, because there's a big chest here. I'm amazed, but I think at the same time I'm not. Beautiful blast mask into bat recoil, by the way. I'm kind of amazed, but at the same time I'm not. That they are just not buying Shrine here. I mean, Blaze can't even buy Shrine because he's just gonna have Stone Tower Temple available. But Trev just didn't buy Shrine, and he's actually gonna get rewarded by filling up the STT logic. Alright, another semi-low percent Iron Knuckle here from Blaze. Being careful. Those backflips help a little bit less than you would think. Didn't get hit, good job.
Yeah, it's very easy to get clipped by the axe doing the backflip somehow.
Yeah, it's just a hitbox jank. Gotta just open up KZ and see all what you're up against. And yes, the Madman, the speed dash runner, Trev, is gonna get away with never doing like, what, 4 checks at this point? Because Day 2 Iron Knuckle doesn't have anything. And I gotta say, Trev was doing a little bit of propaganda. You know, aggressive checks, skip checks, beautiful bat recoil by Blaze. And he was like, bro, Day 2 Iron Knuckle. I'm never doing Day 2 Iron Knuckle. Totally his words, by the way. I'm not even making this up or being hyperbolic. Bro, Day 2 Iron Knuckle, it's like skip. I'm full aggro. I'm like, you know, season 5, 6, 7 winner. And yeah, here it's just gonna work out again. Trev is thinking, soaring and thinking. 3 words, man. Stone Tower Temple. He already didn't buy the bean, opted to not do Palace out of Logic for a bean. Probably wasn't on his mind. This is something, I think you have to be quite Randall savvy to consider. It's a bad play, by the way, because beans are probably going to be in post-go mode. At least from experience and trauma. But yeah, and he's farming money. Oh my god, I love what I'm seeing on screen. I don't know if I told anyone this, but I kind of like having a well-routed bank. I know it's silly, you know, I never told anyone, I don't talk about it all the time, but I like a well-routed bank, and Trev is just making a bunch of money.
That's one thing, like, when I first started playing, a big difference that I noticed between higher level runners and newer runners was the bank routing.
Yeah,
Like,
because the main issue
he'd
with
just have
bank,
it all figured out. He'd have, like, bank one, like, an hour before everyone else.
yeah, because the main issue with bank is that you gotta enjoy. I mean, you gotta what's it called? Seize whatever. All the spots, every single spot you have that it's more convenient than not to deposit and make the most out of it. Because as soon as you start getting progression, you'll like I said before. This is not hyperbole. One of the things that I say that is not hyperbole. It's like you're never gonna be in West Clocktown again. At times, it might just not happen because you might just be way too close to beating the game. You don't want to be there. It's just bad. Right now, they do have an extra opportunity, which is entering north. So, you know, we'll have at least, you know, one convenient deposit opportunity. But yeah, you just if you don't think about it on the right timing, you might just stay with like, you know, $100 on the bank after doing bank 2 or something, and it'd be like, oh bro, it's bank 2. Why can I? It's always on bank 2, man. Why do I? You know what I mean? And yeah, if we simplify this progression as just enter Stone Tower Temple, Trev is now having the best of it. Blaze not wasting any time, just going there. I'm interested to see if he goes for the Shrine Grotto. I think it can be subtly delayed in order to add one check to the density when you have to go Shrine. In Blaze's position here, you got Stone Tower Temple where the hero to go. Massive progression. You might just beat the seed from there. And if you don't, you can, you know, do Secret Shrine in a more profitable way. I defend a lot if he bails on the grotto here. And Trev, oh, actually. Right. As I forgot it for like half an hour, for the millionth time, yeah, we don't have Deku Mask, so Inverted Side is actually completely off the table.
Yep, but not Light Arrow Chest. In English, anyway.
Oh yeah. Put your chips on the pot, people, if you want to see English Deku here. Exclusive to the English version, this little shortcut. So Deku Mask can be here very much logically. Because the randomizer is based on the English version, so that's why you can actually enter Great Bay without having a nervous breakdown because you can't reach the owl. And this shortcut is no exception.
Yeah, that ladder is perfectly in logic. Deku can 100% be right here.
And it has happened 100%. Just like if you have Goron, even if you have light arrow, doesn't matter. The Zora can be on the little water room thing. Like going from the LG side, I believe.
Yeah, getting grabbed by the hand is in logic.
Something like that. I know Zora Mask was 100% there in a standard C before, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have to dive the bridge, or you don't. I don't know. Either way, it is in logic confirmed. And Trev's route here, I gotta say, I definitely disagree with this because, oh, big chest.
Oh, is it actually English Deku?
Let's see.
Ah, that's disappointing.
So the route Trev is using here is you go to the light arrow chest first, and you go through all of these rooms that you absolutely shouldn't go, in order to, you know, do several tricks to escape this bridge, and then continue to the, you know, you see, you can peek the water chest from here, whatever. Oh, It's fine, Trev has Zora. Yeah, you pick this chest here, and then you proceed to the lava stuff. I think doing all of this and then going to the light arrow chest might be a little bit better. I mean, you know, timing wise. Also gives you a chance to skip light arrow chest, which I'm a very fan of. Either way, it will be full cleared on Trev's side.
Oh my god. Trying to get Link to fall down a hole being much more challenging than it should.
And as Trev goes through the hole, happy 1 hour, everyone, as mentioned in chat. Oh, Trev is dying. Not going to. These spots have health. He's aware of it, calculating. So yeah, I would say Trev is sort of confirmed ahead right now. Blaze has done things that Trev hasn't, so it's about if Trev has to go back for those, if the seed starts getting a little bit bad, but so far no. And beautiful Death Warp as Trev gets Deku Mask, not on the English chest, on the lava room.
French English Deku.
Oh my god, that's amazing, right?
Oh yeah, that was a nicely planned Death Warp.
Yeah, because the soaring is way too much. I think we might see it on Blaze's side as well, although he's picking up health, your first instinct here. Might want to do light arrow chest. I would say if you have Deku here, just don't go to light arrow chest. Just bail, man. Go beat the game. Oh, I think he's thinking about the blast mask cooldown, but maybe also the no. Not gonna Death Warp. And yeah, it kind of sucks to not be able to do the tower beam chests here, but this is a massive straight line to play from getting Deku there. And Trev is definitely on the driver's seat on this one. We got an item on the button.
Yeah, our boss are all fulfilled. Our Foolishies aren't interesting. It's pretty much going to be clearing progression, getting songs, doing stuff.
So yeah, when it comes to who's ahead and who's behind, Blaze did Town Archery, Swamp Archery, Graveyard Grotto plus Graveyard Iron Knuckle Day 2, Night 2, Grave, whatever. I think that's it, right? So it's all a matter of course how fast these runners go, because this is getting a little bit close. And if Trev has to go back to those checks if the seed becomes worse and worse. But so far, just a massive progression line to be played, and so far Trev is getting the best of it.
Yeah, if everything's just on the way in progression, then it's Trev's advantage right now. But that's a big if.
Having a little bit of an awkward time here. I mean, I don't know if the runners timed it, mainly Trev, but I am very skeptical about doing that long jump to do the maze chest and then coming here. Would much rather do the, what's it called, you know, sort of counterclockwise route, where you go here first, end up on that chest, and then go to the Igor from the lobby and such.
I kind of like going left side first, sniping the Igor, hookshotting up, and then doing the long jump to the Dexy hand.
Oh yeah, glitchless runner, right? Doing the Igor from below, right?
Yeah, I think from the left side it's even a little easier.
Yeah, that's what I'm skipping for sure. And oh, Trev with a beautiful recoil from Igor, but fortunately he gets the void out. Not sure if he held the right stick all the way there. Easy backup though, right there, spawned the chest because of his left side first beginning. Yeah, on Blaze's side, not that big of a time loss. I mean, it is a time loss if you miss, but having to do light arrow Igor, Although I never saw it happening, but good to remember. Drank the chateau and did benefit from it by doing this clean Igor, very safe. Very risky to run out of magic when doing light arrow Igor. Although you can bait the attack by coming close.
That is really nice. And did light arrow strats for Gomez too. Pretty free.
With the Chateau, that's right. I am... With the Chateau, of course, light arrows are really good, but without them, I don't know. I need to check the damage, but... the strat seems so awkward. It is more damage, though. That's obviously undeniable. And Trev got a really, really good magic drop. He was able to get a good Gomez kill. Blaze has a Chateau opting for the sword. What works.
I wonder if Trev's practiced the FD quick kill on Twin Mole, because it is a rando exclusive strat.
Excuse me, haven't you seen the all dungeons with SRM speedrun? And I gotta shout it out because that's where I learned it from, literally. Fred told me he learned, some speedrun tricks. Wasn't saying positive words about them because he was looking at doing tree stump with magic and Goron, so yeah, one of the worst tricks.
Yeah.
But who knows, maybe he did learn blue twin mode with FD. Let's just see what happens.
Boo did do the roll onto stomp chest last week. I think that's the first time I've seen someone do it in a race.
Yeah, I actually went back to see it, and he just winged it too. That's
yeah. I tried to copy it and I couldn't.
You gotta give it credit, of course, just be an absolute baller and just going for it. But there, actually there is a setup. I think Uki's made. It's kind of buried in Discord, but
yeah, I actually tried to find that setup video and I couldn't. I know it's somewhere in Discord. I've seen it before, but I can't find it again.
I will send it. If you search for Uki's messages on the MMR Discord, you will find it. It's quite a baller setup. Sometimes it doesn't work for me, but I think it's because of skill issue. But it is good to know. Yeah, Trev, answered all of our questions, is opting to do Arrow Twin Mode. I mean, let's say, come on, Trev. Okay, we all like Trev here. We want what's best for TrevPerson, and at this point, I sense a little bit of a Stockholm syndrome. I don't know if you played, what's it called? The old Any% that you only had fire, arrow, and lights. But
right,
yeah. He's doing arrow twin mode because he's used to it, but you only have one elemental arrow of the good ones. So, gotta get onto it, gotta teach this man the FD stuff.
Yeah, even if you can't one cycle blue twin mode with FD, it's gotta be better than one elemental arrow twin mode.
Although it is really, really beautiful to see. Look at those 3 consecutive arrows on the previous twin mode cycle here. Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, that is EU aim.
Yeah, just by having common sense timing, that was really good. It was a really solid twin mode clear in terms of length. Gotta give it a lot of props. So who knows, if you want to see more TrevPerson giving us an aiming spectacle in this game, maybe don't teach him the FD kill. Right, we got a soar. Probably gonna see some swamp here. Lullaby as the song, so we might be locked in for a while, locked from extra progression. Very good day transition, by the way. No double time inside of woods. prepared to do Honey and Darling plus Town Archery, although he does have the bomb back for Honey and Darling now anyway. But it's always good to see those time transitions without double time, because it does cost, especially at the end game. And who knows, maybe Trev could beat the game from here. Got Mirror Shield being required. Not having to Song of Time versus if Keg was needed. Who knows?
Ooh, the left side damage boost is rough and random in my opinion.
Going for it again. Quarter of a heart. He is on crit wiggle, taking it very safe. I don't know if does he still have the cycle? Don't think so, but when you get it, the safety is a huge plus of not having to deal with the door frame backflip stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of quarter of a heart, oh no! Oh no!
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, Blaze took a death. And just said, nope, not anymore.
I mean, that fight was already dragging on a bit. Now it's just time completely wasted.
Wait, I mean... Hold on. Oh, come on. I want Blaze to catch up. I swear I do, but oh man, I gotta feel it a little bit bad of uninverting the temple, going for the fairy, inverting it back. I mean, if this was Majora forcing the fairy, or even Gomez, honestly, but Twin Mode, I mean, you can just take another try and say, I will just get it. Oh, he added up to the time loss. It's kind of painful to see, but it is what it is. You gotta clear the boss. Just gotta do it. This is what Blaze chose. Meanwhile, oh, Trev is on a tight line here. Oh, he's smiling. He has the biggest grin in his face.
That would have been a good spot actually to use the ground jump, right?
Oh yeah. I guess he got glitchless brain for that one because yeah, you absolutely skip all of what Trev just did. Just a Kamara mask, a little extender, another mini game mask, and the bean, and playing. Ooh, gonna go Knight 3. Maybe this is Kamara routing, or what Trev has on his mind. Blaze almost going for the recoil, but oops, the chest is already spawned. Definitely a plus. Wait, water. Alright, the rare Death Warp in Palace. It's always kind of nice to see. He is thinking about the bean chests. He does have a Great Bay Temple to do after this, but... yeah, if you're gonna get water to route those beans, this is a spot, even if you go do those checks much later. It's really good by Trev, I would say.
Yeah, not many other places to grab water unless you end up, I don't know, in something crazy like Night 2 Grave or...
I think I got the Gossip's water once in a seed, or maybe I didn't get it, but I thought of it, and it would be good. I think I got the Night 2 Grave water. I remember on a Season 5 seed, maybe I'm wrong, but anyway. Oh, this is a spot where it sucks. You see the big chests over and over, and it's like Kamaro's mask and a pig mask, and you just want to go mode.
Bottle of milk.
It's a milk. You just want to go mode. Although, if half backwards beneath the well comes into play, this milk is beautiful. Do not clip me saying this milk is beautiful, by the way. Absolutely don't.
Oh man, not Trev, Blaze. Still struggling on Twin Mold.
Oh, only one heart. Yeah, that's tough. Each hit does a solid whole heart of damage, right? I think just like Gomez, you cannot screw around. And even Wart, honestly. You gotta
Oh,
get the
yeah.
Humble Fairy, you gotta get the Humble Fairy. Sorry for the microseconds of time lost, but it is what it is. And... okay. The Palace Woodfall section just became Stone Tower Temple, and I'll explain it to you why. Usually, when you have to do a super late Stone Tower Temple, is when you get all the Clock Tile masks in a seed, and you absolutely hate everything. Because, you know, have to do them later or route them. But, you know, after completing Stone Tower Temple, then we got Kamaros and now cafes. You know, it's not that much, but...
yeah, I mean, at least you can, like, set midnight meeting, then go do Camaro if it comes to it.
Song of Time, do Rosa's Sisters, set midnight meeting. It's a lot of walking around, but it is
and
routing.
then after doing midnight meeting, they haven't healed Camaro yet in Termina Field.
Plus rerouting Old Lady for that Ocean Title Deed. Beautiful if it happens. You gotta keep those things in mind because, you know what? Might be the time for them eventually. And I hope Trev remembers Zora Cape Grotto after going to Great Bay Temple here. Oh, oh, that's so cute. Trev is doing the setup and he laughs it off because there's no Goron. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Trev is also a facecam user, just like myself. I absolutely love it.
Those relatable moments.
So yeah, I had a commentary lined up while in Deku Palace because, and I really want to get it over with because on the right side, you saw that Trev I think got behind the rock, which would be on the lower side of the screen, the second obstacle with the scrub, but usually you wait until you wait behind the wall until the bottom scrub does a full lap. I don't even know if it's clear in your heads, but oh, and he just takes a dive there. Because if you see the movement patterns of the scrub, if you try to advance before the second scrub did a full lap, you're very likely to get caught, and Trev almost got caught.
Yeah,
I know it happened like
several
minutes ago, but Deku Palace, especially right side, the scrub's AI, it's something that really comes up into play. And TLDR, what Blaze is gonna do here, I mean, he's gonna use the bombs, right? No. Oh, he has Blast Mask, so it's a little bit trickier. So yeah, after passing this guy, hide here. In this case, you don't, because the AI was beautiful. But yeah, hide on the right side behind the watchtower or whatever. And wait for the second scrub to clear a full lap. Very unlikely that you're gonna get screwed by the first one. So yeah, anyway. Also, one thing that is really good on the spot thinking that Trev did, since he's not doing the Goron route, and it might not even... it might even apply if he did Goron route. Maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. But he fell down before when going for the green room, and he just went for the valves. In this case, because he can't Goron Void, it's not gonna matter. I think it's not gonna matter at all, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, since you don't have the quick Void out to speed things up, it's a little bit hard to understand, but it's like there's no difference between doing the red valves first, the original Flux red valves, or the initial green one. It hardly matters. So he did a little bit of a technical mistake, but he made the best of it. And
nice, that was clean.
Jump. He turns to the side to do this long jump. I say I really like it, because the other setup has a C up and it's a little bit awkward. And we are gonna do a glitchless special, Wart, with Kokiri Sword and a bomb bag. Trav definitely has this down. Maybe you can see one or two double hits.
Oh, he has Blast Mask too, so double hits are a little bit easy mode if you use his Blast Mask.
Yeah, you can just chain 1, 2, 3 explosions. Some of them are gonna hit. Although he didn't wear it. Now now he remembered it. It's definitely speedrunner muscle memory. Yeah, it's gonna be a 3 hits sort of. It's fine. And we are on the edge of Moon Crash. Trev did double time for night 3 much earlier, and I don't know what's on his mind, if it's just Camaro or whatever else. Because there's no way around it. You got healing, at one point you gotta route your Camaro. It doesn't matter if it's now, if you can have your immediate progression, or if it's gonna be half an hour down the line, you gotta do it.
I mean, on Trev's side too, of course, he's probably thinking about how he forgot to talk to Kotake.
And Swamp Archery. And the Day 2 Iron Knuckle plus the Grotto, but it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry, there's nothing there.
Although, between talking to Trev or, you know, seeing his gameplay and the little commentary he does after, I think he got the gas pedal gene. I think he's one of the runners that it's like, you know, if I left a check behind, doesn't matter, gonna beat the game, full speed, no worries, who cares? I think he's got this in him. Speaking of the items remaining and assessing all the situation, yeah, we might be seeing one of the worst item, probably the worst item hunt we have, which is a fire arrow hunt. Ooh. The other ones wouldn't look so good either. Song item hunt or Goron hunt. Yikes. Especially being done with the 2 long temples already. Majority of the time they might be awkward. That might be a point of checkup depending on what Blaze does, and if Trev has to wait for Majora, who knows. Oh! Just the beam chests! Goron is there.
Just right there.
It is a bit of a speed up, but Trev is gonna get this, you know, sooner than we might think, because he did load it up, just has to not forget it.
I mean, it's pretty awkward with no other beans being found and Deku being in Stone Tower Temple.
Yeah, it's just a matter of, unless you actually did Palace out of Logic much earlier and actually, you know, got the things to do it, it's more about yeah, you're spending an extra sword, so when are you gonna do it, really? And in Trev's shoes, it's completely fine, really. He sword for the swamp, sword for this, all stuff, you know. Goron saves time on swamp, yeah, a little bit, but not a big deal. And oh, cut by the turbine. Yeah,
well, it feels pretty weird to do vanilla strats when you're not used to it.
You gotta wait for it, 100%. But yeah, it's just an extra sword that you have to do somewhere. And Trev might take it after he does Cape Grotto, probably. And Blaze actually individually soaring to complete that bank. Like I said, it's something you never want to do, but he had to reap the rewards from the money. So tiny extra clock town movement and time loss, but no big deal. And Song of Timed out of being clock town. And we're gonna see a little setup from here, which might be the Kamaro's Mask Rosa Sisters plus Midnight Beating setup plus minigame into whatever he wants to do, maybe go north. Which so far might be on his side because there were no items in Great Bay Temple, and Trev's full clear was a little bit slower due to not having Goron, or a Great Bay Wart that Blaze might not end up doing at all. So yeah, this bit points for Blaze.
Yeah, of course, after this, Trev is going to be in Clocktown. He might elect to do the same thing before doing bean chests.
I would say before going north. I think the line here would be going for the bean chests and then you Song of Time. Oh yeah, he has $200, right? Ah. Yeah, we might see the cringe soar for bank here as well. But it's very, very justifiable. So wouldn't be they would be matched up on the same little time loss. But yeah, I think unless the... It would have to be literally Cape Grotto, right? Or else he's gonna do literally everything that Blaze is doing right now. I'm not sure if Trev would go to North, skipping at least one of Rosa's sisters or setting Midnight Meeting. Who knows? Maybe he's just, you know, wants to be aggro and just ditches it. Or he plays it safe and we're gonna see the same playbook here. I think if you want to delay a check in this spot, I think you delay Rosa's sisters because you can come back when you're gonna get the Midnight Meeting item. And you know what we say, the Rosa Sisters is basically a minigame in length, it takes so long. So it is a chance to try and not do it.
I think Smithy 2 is in logic because of well hot spring water.
Oh, that is true. So yeah, we got some possible spice for later. Add that to the backlog of the seed.
Well, I mean, Blaze has gold dust and he'll be going north at some point soon.
Oh, and most importantly, you know what? I think Blaze really messed up here and is gonna be at a disadvantage. He Song of Timed away the bottle of milk. The milk contents, not the bottle. It's terrible to see. It's a tragedy, really. Yeah, we did get Romani's mask on Trev's side, but it is so unlikely. But I mean, it can be required for a song item. Literally it. Oh, Mount Title D was Song of Time the Way too. Ooh. So yeah, lots of variables. Really hard that it's gonna matter, but oh, Travis doing the bank deposits first. The more he forgets about the bean chest, the more this can get awkward. If he does Song of Time from here, it might be not over, but close to. Let's see. He's withdrawing. Where is he gonna spend the money? $100? Wait, what?
Oh wait, wait,
oh my god. Bro, this is crazy. It has been this the whole time. He's routing this Ocean Deed on the other place you can get it. Besides rerouting Old Lady. But what I mean, it's cute that he re-grabbed this, but what are you gonna do here? So, okay, a little bit of a randomizer lesson as well. So, you're human, you're super slow, right? So all these things you're doing here are borderline trash anyway. If you soar to do bean checks, which by the way, Trev has a full layout for, he did go for it. That's the lowest common denominator. That's one thing you can do that nothing else would speed it up. You can just go for it. But now Trev is stuck doing one thing that Goron Mask would speed up, which is walking around Termina for I don't even know what, it doesn't even matter. Walking around Termina checks. Right, and I don't know, I think the lead might be shifting sooner than we expect. Wait, maybe he thought about the Gossip Stone's water, or muscle memory, or I don't even know. Pull the bomb. Because right now, he is on the edge of a moon crash, and who knows, maybe his mind is occupied with, oh my god, I have to get everything done here. And this is when you start forgetting things, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that Ocean Deed, it being tricky to grab next cycle might be pulling him into this cycle a bit too long, I don't know.
Oh yeah, very important as well, as chat mentioned, Milk Road is confirmed foolish. Unfortunately, the hint is in a very bad spot. You have to enter Mountain to get that, which, you know, was 1.5 in the seed. But yeah, so goodbye the wallet in Gorman Bros, and I don't even remember if we bought anything from Tingle. That might be gone. That is gone as well, although I don't think there was anything. And yeah, Trev is on the edge of Moon Crash and is entering Mountain. So this is where you go, you know, desperate, have to finish this, and in your mind, the beam chest might just be completely forgotten. 22 inverted, 2120 inverted. I don't know. I hope we can get a, you know, very solid calculated, you know, cold calculated decision by Trev. And he says, I have the layout for Stone Tower. I'm not gonna have this in the future after I Song of Time. I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna get those checks. I hope this is going through his head. Because the play here, if you wanna, I mean, minimize the atrocity, really, you slash this L, you soar to Stone Tower immediately. It doesn't matter if you're gonna have to Song of Time and then soar later. Please, soar. Yes, yes!
Oh, that's the Ocean Deed.
Wait. Oh, he's remembering. Remember the other thing! Okay, so there's the right thing and the wrong thing to remember. It is an assigned value, 100%. Oh, wait, he held a... Never mind, he got the recoil. This is the wrong thing to remember. You can't super slide, Trev! Oh, it's just a cheeky recoil.
Yeah, just needed 5 extra frames.
Trade it! Just remember to revive the Stone Tower. He's laughing it off. Bro, laugh it off after you get Goron Mask, please. It's really cute that you remember all of this. But please, remember Stone Tower and get Goron Mask. Blaze is beating the game right now. I'm not rooting for Trev, I swear. I'm just adding flavor. We're gonna see a tempo dip from Blaze here because it's the best play right now. Everything else sucks. Pirate Fortress doesn't have anything.
Well, Sewers is open.
Yeah, Sewers and Pinnacle Rock, which is better density than you might think, but you know, he is here. Path to Snowhead is a good place for checks. Might as well get this done with. So, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what matters in the decision. So yeah, Trev is advancing. We're gonna see a combination of Rose's Sisters, set Midnight Meeting, whatever. So this is what I'm talking about here when it comes to routing. Instead of using the Song of Time as a warp to Clocktown, he's gonna use it as an awkward warp to Clocktown. I mean, I was gonna say to nothing, but I want to be generous. And he's just not gonna reap the benefits. He just came here with this Song of Time to set Midnight Meeting and bail, soar somewhere else. You want to be able to do Song of Time as a warp to Clocktown, and here would be the spot where you enter north. But Trev is just gonna, yep, there you go, the extra soar. That's time adding up. That's time that Blaze is meanwhile beating the game. Oh, he remembered, okay?
Oh, he's thinking about it, yep.
So that's an extra trip to Swamp. That's more time lost for Trev, and Blaze is steamrolling through the seed meanwhile. The mini games that Trev hasn't done, maybe he goes back for it. That would be a variable. This would be a good spot to do Swamp Archery. I think you don't, because you have... I don't even know, honestly, because in Trev's head, he has 3 checks left. And yep, Swamp Archery here, that's the only routing you can do. You might as well seize the opportunity. And that, right now, is pure catching up by Blaze. I mean, you know, Trev is doing something extra that Blaze has already done. Therefore, Blaze is catching up. It sounds like Blaze is doing something, but you know what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So, as for the entertainment of the audience, the race is getting closer, 100% real. Blaze after this, the density, I think it is on the things we have mentioned already. It is, I mean, he obviously has Grey Bay Temple. Maybe he delays it for the Majora's Time of Day. Would be rewarded by that too, as per the item placement of the seed. But we have Sewers, we have Pinnacle Rock, and the rest is just the scattered stuff. The 5 checks in Nikana total with Beneath the Well and the... Oh no, they don't have Pamela, so 4 checks in Nikana, Secret Shrine, It's a lot on the line about who goes where first, and Blaze is contemplating, why do I only have this blast mask?
It feels so bad when you miss with a blast mask and you have to sit there and think about what you did.
He did he bail off of light arrow chest? I mean, I defend that play, but he would have a cute bomb bag.
Yeah, he didn't do light arrow chest.
Bomb bag and stone. No, I don't think it was stone tower. All right, sword upgrade. By the way, the seed is not too close to over. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't, because there are 2 items remaining. So if you get fire arrow from here, it's not like you're steamrolling through the game. You're still searching. So there is still a lot on the line, even if Blaze, say, finds an item first. And wait, Travis, oh, he has to swear back. He didn't have the money. That the time loss is piling up. All because he didn't go for the stone tower before the moon crash. Not just by the Goron mask grab, but all this rerouting, all this extra soaring and movement. And Trev is 100% paying the price here. But he will have Goron mask. He does have a Great Big Temple all cleared up. Who knows, if he simply chooses to not do a Snowhead Temple, maybe that's a catch-up. It is TrevPerson. I do think he has the gene for doing some crazy stuff, but right now it's all catching up from Blaze's side, and Trev is only getting Goron Mask right now. And it's like, hey, now I can do progression and play the game. Please minimize the time loss.
Nothing out of this Snowhead dip.
It's bad for Blaze, depending on what Trev wants to do. Yeah, big woo from Trev there.
Oh, was there a swamp title lead? I missed that. Okay.
It's awkward to go back to, for sure. Ooh, Blaze is going to Mountain Village. I don't want to jump the gun too soon, but it might just be straight up catching up from Trev. But I mean, you know, buying the item and wait, no, he already picked the item. Did the scrub have anything?
I'm pretty sure.
He would have
Yeah.
You would have bought it, right?
Yeah.
This is for literally one check? No way. What was on the ledge? This has to be something, come on. Oh yeah, Wallet Foolish too. I can't tell what's up there. Are they both on Virtual Console?
Yes, they are.
I gotta say, the Road to Swamp Tree Peak, as you enter Road to Swamp, I'm missing that so much. Oh, he just did a trade. Very questionable density. Definitely don't want to do that. Wanted to do that after you clear Snowhead Temple with the Keg Trial check. Of course, you know, given that you get fire, blah blah blah, all those variables. But you have Pirate Fortress Sewer, you have Pinnacle Rock of all things, you have Secret Shrine, 3 locations with, you know, at least half good density.
Yeah, Sewers is looking kind of good right now, actually.
And the thing is, Blaze is getting into an awkward spot here because, of course, coming back to Clocktown on Earth just to get the Midnight Meeting item is awkward in itself, but the time of day is gonna lap. So what about Smithy 1 in Logic with Well? You're gonna jump the gun on that? What are you gonna do? This is a spot where... This is a very classic spot, actually, where you want to time an invert much earlier, thinking about all this future stuff you want to do, and allow yourself to have the liberty to go to Sewers, to go to Pinnacle Rock, to go to Shrine, before you go to Clocktown and have to do all this scattered stuff, you know, going outside of Terminal Field, rolling all the way to Camaro. And of course, I mean, you know, being a little bit biased here, but yeah, we saw from Trev that this is not going to have anything, so this is almost purely time loss on Blaze's side, but those variables are there.
Yeah, it's less of a time loss for Blaze than it was for Trev.
Because of the Goron movement. Yeah, absolutely. Even though Trev did enter north with it, but Goron's just too strong. And you know, yeah, we're seeing the same thing here too. The isolating Bilbaba Grotto. You know what? I would say this is not bad density, especially since it takes so long to get to sewers or Pinnacle Rock, and Shrine itself takes so long. Razor Sword, you know, I don't think it's gonna help at all. So it's not like this is bad density, but the main thing I'm thinking is kind of Smithy 1. Although it's not that big of a factor, but you will have to Song of Time to reset time and then Soar if you want to reset time for Smithy 1. And you could just have held the in-game time the whole way, you know? If you just invert a little bit earlier.
They have Gold Dust too, so I mean, it's
yeah, exactly.
Twin Islands Grotto, it's Smithy 1 and 2.
It will have to be 2 dosages of hot spring water if it comes down to it. Oh, the wallet is foolish. Oh, right. I mean, speaking of hypotheticals, in a hypothetical scenario... yeah, I mean, yeah, I am so sorry that the commentary that I just did right now doesn't apply to anything in the sea because the wallet is foolish. But anyway, I'm gonna assume that Blaze thought all of that. That's why his in-game time is he just let go of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, at most awkward to do the clock town stuff, but Borderline had okay density versus the whole swim to sewers. At the end of the day, you know, where the item is gonna matter a little bit here. But when it comes to the parity, Trev is going to Snowhead Temple. Valued the path to Snowhead checks will extend to the Snowhead entry. Sheer density, he's already there. So that's stuff that Blaze already did, so the race is very much on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good decision. It's just unfortunate. Blaze did check Punch Rock Grotto, yes.
Did he do the mini game?
Treasure Chest game? I don't think I've seen Treasure Chest game. I'm not 100% sure.
Usually what you combo with, or a very good thing to combo. I think he might have done it. Oh yeah, it was a brown chest, right? Yeah, I think he did Song of Time and did
okay.
the whole Rosa Sisters set midnight meeting shebang, and was able to do the minigame with withdraw money, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, good points for Blaze's routing / getting Goron Mask before warping to Clocktown. So it's a lot of time saved compared to Trev's run right here.
Not sure what that was in the cage.
It's a little moons here.
Ah, okay.
Definitely, you know, an extender, but most importantly, adds up to the pile of sweat of the runners. Of where is the item? Why don't I have it yet? And he's just gonna, bam, go for it. And honestly, even though it's just a single start to Clocktown, I gotta defend it because Pinnacle Rock, you have to swim for it. Secret Shrine sucks. And yeah. Another extender. Gotta check the post box real quick too.
So this is the spot where extender.
Yeah. So this is a spot if you are calculating. I mean, at least what is it called? Heuristically calculating the check per minute. Soaring for a quick moon steer. It's a good spot. Unfortunately, Blaze has to go a little bit deeper. Oh, into a beautifully. I don't want to repeat the word extended, but I don't have any other idea. But yeah, extended into Playground Day 2 here. Really, really good.
Yeah, I wondered why he went for the North Clocktown post box, but that's really nice.
So yeah, you know, credit where credit is due for all the mental breakdown I had because I was overvaluing Smithy 1 with a foolish wallet seed. This is actually really good from Blaze. Simply letting time fly by. Didn't have to play double time for between night 1 and day 2 and just set himself up so he can do playground right here with a nicely added clock town item from sewers. And Trev is just done with a item only clear of Snowhead Temple, soaring out, and
I wonder if Trev does Hot Spring Water on the way to hand the deed in, or if he just doesn't do the deed. No, he just doesn't.
he's gonna go somewhere else, Clocktown. I was gonna say, it would be really unlikely that Trev decides to do anything different from what Blaze has already done. Oh yeah, he has to grab the Midnight Meeting item here, plus Rosa's Sisters. So, this is another thing. I would say, with Trev's plan on the last cycle, I think he did overvalue Kamaru a little bit, because knowing you have this little section here, it is midnight, you are in Clocktown, you will get the Midnight Meeting item. That's when you completely cancel doing Kamaru on the Edge of Moon Crash on the last cycle, because you know you have stuff to do on night 1 after you reset time here and go north and stuff. So yeah, you push it back again, even though you routed it before. It will work out, but it would have given him a better clear setup, I would say, and Song of Time usage, everything. Blaze executing beautifully
the more naturally.
Dives. I have a yellow chest from Pinnacle Rock and an invert from Trev. Trev, please don't think about Smithy 1. I was joking, okay? I was joking this whole time. I talked about Smithy 1 for 2 hours. I was joking, okay? It was a prank, bro, right? I knew Wallet was foolish the whole time. Don't do it, Trev. Just don't do what I just said. He can do the soundtrack if he wants. Not gonna have Fire Arrow. Oh, Pinnacle Rock doesn't have anything. It's unfortunate. So we are down to... What are we even down to? What is left? Like, Ocean Spider House Chest?
Mountain D turn in, did we see that?
I don't think so, right? Bro, this is the bottom of the barrel, truly. Yeah, a void out from Great Bay from Blaze. We are at the official bottom of the barrel. Although Shrine is out there, I want to say... Not that I don't like spending, what, 1 minute 10, 1 minute 20 for this entire check alone. Not that I don't think it's a really good idea. Wink, wink. But Shrine is there. I don't even know, because... On the screen, Trev is sort of going through Blaze's steps right now, but he has a Great Bay Temple done already. I don't even know what to say. I don't know to which runner this space is gonna get shifted. Nice bonk on the pot. The skull got freed. Yeah,
Trev is getting Hot Spring Water Grotto. He's gonna do Smithy 2, and he's gonna do Twin Islands Grotto, which Blaze has not done yet.
Yeah, exactly, those 2 checks, and something else that is foolish. I mean, it's that's all there is to it. This is a very fine spot to do lensless here, because the Hot Spring Water is in logic. You can,
100%.
I mean, sorry, so how would you go about? You would have to do Poe Hut into 2 out of 3 well checks, end on Hot Spring Water, then come here. The issue with the well is it's just you're spending a lot of time just to go to the first item. You need preloaded bugs, although I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, there were bugs in the Midnight Meeting. None of them loaded bugs from Midnight Meeting. I just want that this is noted, by the way. So yeah, you could have gotten Hot Spring Water there. So lensless. you wanna, you know, compare, I don't know, the time saves very rigorously. Maybe it's not there, but dude, lensless is not as slow as it seems, I gotta say, so... You know, it is a location to search for items, for sure, on Trev's shoes. And Blaze is going to Great Bay Temple here. Maybe we will see the Equalizer here. Maybe we will see the Convergence. Except for Pinnacle Rock and Sewers, which Trev might just get away with it. Let's see what lies in these two valid checks. Oh, that is true. I got caught again. Okay, Fox, you need to babysit me, okay? I'm having very serious troubles in mental break. Yeah, the wallet is foolish. Left side well is completely dead. Well just became a really bad location then, so yeah. Lensless all the way, free lensless, best play, in summary.
Yeah, but wouldn't that also mean that, well, hot spring water is off the table?
Wait, hold on. I gotta scroll through the messages. Wait, so... Oh crap, I can't think about a logic right now while doing commentary, I'm sorry. But hot spring water is entirely dead? No, right?
Without lens, I think so, because of the wallet being foolish.
Yeah,
left side well.
It would need lingering lens somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, wallet being a requirement for hot spring water. Essentially a requirement for the checks themselves, right? So 0-star spoiler log. Yeah. I mean, the play isn't dead. That is 100%. The play isn't dead because lens could be out there, but
yeah,
it doesn't help the case of hot spring water in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, Trevor's doing day one smithy.
I mean, I guess might as well, even if he knew it was foolish. I don't know. Could be Grey Fairy Sword. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make a case that this could be an important item, but I mean, money, they already have lots of it in Light Arrow. It's just a foolish check. It's not good. So many extra cutscenes, right? So yeah, being so foolish wallet, purely foolish, will not lead to anything. This is different from not required on a specific hint, very different. So yeah, wallet foolish, all the things that strictly would require wallet are completely dead. Strictly required, of course. Wait, no, or that would maybe require. Yeah. No, that would require them at all. Now I am fumbling this. Just. Okay, yeah. Yeah, wallet checks are dead. I thought about the Mask of Sense for a second for Hot Spring Water well, but no, a foolish is a foolish, indeed.
Yeah, because if you had a wallet and Mask of Sense available and that was required, then it would be 1 star, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Ooh, Blaze is adding some spice to the run, skipping Wart. Where are Wart skippers? Where are the Wart skippers at? And now Trev on this unfortunate scattered checks Clocktown trip. Blaze will catch up even more because Trev is doing town archery, but Honey and Darling is a live check that Trev will do that Blaze has not done, so still the possibility for a drum roll.
I'm not sure it's a good spot to skip Wart in, considering how little they have left.
Yeah, Blaze did so much already of the good density that you might just gotta take the ward, right? Because what else? I mean, Okay, hold on. You're not gonna do Wart, but you did Ocean Spider House Chest. I mean, I don't want to be the what's it called, fiscal in English. I don't want to be whatever police. I don't want to be the check police here, but or density police, check per minute police. But you know, Blaze taking a extra spin on the big water wheel worked out just fine.
Oh damn. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, the second seesaw jump, I would say if I don't get it using the perfect little ritual, it's like you just drop it. Like having that little ledge grab and stuff, it kind of throws you off and stuff. Got it on a second try pretty good though. Yeah, 2 hour Honey and Darling, right? As Fox mentioned. 2 hour Honey and Darling, 2 hour perfectly live check Honey and Darling with 2 hours. Yeah, I mean, look. I don't wanna take the magic out of it, but I will. The whole thing about hating Shrine and not doing Shrine, it's a meme, okay? It's literally just a meme. It's just because the location it has good density, but it's worse than everything else that is better. But come on, it's 5 checks at this point. You soar for it, use bad equips, doesn't matter. Good check per minute at this point. You just do it, you know? Oh, Blaze just recoiled into Oblivion. Not gonna matter too much though. As FD. And sewers from Trev, so I am smelling correctly. I am smelling some convergence here.
I gotta imagine Blaze goes to Shrine after this. I don't know what else he's gonna do.
Really good question. I mean, he did Ocean Spider House chest, so he does have the creativity of finding out things to do that aren't Shrine.
Just pulling out some obscure check we never even knew existed.
I would say Ocean Title did regrab, but fortunately not routing that. So this race is quite competitive, very competitive, on the to the point where you can absolutely nitpick what both runners did and the other one didn't. So got Honey and Darling on Trev's side, GBT Wart, maybe some other stuff I don't remember. And Blaze skipped Lateral Chest, skipped Wart, but did Day 2 Grave, plus the Grotto. Very interesting differences. This in terms of pure checks, not counting the, you know, Trev went to North as human awkwardly, went back to Clocktown for a few other stuff, including Goron treasure minigame, blah blah blah. Trev did do Hot Spring Water plus the Swamp Title D check. I think that was better comboed versus just soaring for it alone. Alright, this is time, Blaze. Where are you soaring to? Yep.
Yeah, it's gotta be Shrine.
2 hour Honey and Darling. 2 hour Secret Shrine. Here we go. It is actually 2 hours, literally. Not 156 fake 2 hours like we've been mentioning. Literally 2 hour mark, Secret Shrine. Plus he delayed the Grotto for extra density. I love this. I absolutely love it. Bomb bag for Blaze. Beautiful. Finally can not spend 10 seconds plus waiting for the blast mask. The ward fight will be benefited from it.
Yeah, I forgot when he was skipping Wart and GBT, I forgot that he didn't have a bomb bag.
That is
I
true.
still
Maybe the lack of bomb bag was a variable.
Yeah. Still probably would have done it, but
yeah, at one point, you know, having in mind the stuff that is available, and if you have to resort to those bad checks, I think it gets more importance than, oh, what is my equips to defeat mini bosses? You can only use this argument so much, you know. Oh, Blaze opting to use the sword, getting bullied, absolutely firebombed, flamethrowered by the Astolfos here, whatever they're called, versus using Goron. Another dolphin dives outside Pinnacle Rock, beautiful by Trev, going through Blaze's steps. And from here on, I think this is just clear, right? Blaze doing all live checks, Trev just retracing his steps. I think this is a lead. I think this is a clear-cut lead.
still 2 items required, but at this point it's very likely that the first one they find will lead to the other one.
Yeah, it's very looking like it. Icero always very clutch on the Gato Master, never forget it. Or the Nut Strat. When it comes to the Secret Shrine equip debate, borderline irrelevant, but Icero is a really good one for this fight. Oh hey! Hot spring water is in logic.
Yeah.
I mean, in logic, but I'm not okay. I'm not even gonna try anymore. Hot spring water is probably still dead. I swear it's different when I play and when I'm on the commentary booth. I'll just leave for the chat to wonder about it. But we do have Invisible Soldier and Invisible Soldier in logic right now, which pretty much is that. And not even the pillar things, the Icona Castle pillar and Patch of Snow is already gone.
Yeah, Darmani is
Darmani! Sorry.
Darmani. I was just saying Darmani.
So Trev is going through the Clocktown Ponzi scheme classic, plus things already Blaze has already done. Okay, so hold on. Blaze absolutely didn't do the Ocean Title deed, right? Probably should be routing right now, right? But he's on, you know, night 2 because it's fun or whatever. It doesn't matter. And none of them have done the Mount Title deed trade, right?
I haven't seen it. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen it.
Is that the item Trev is going for? Bro, if this matters, I swear, I'm gonna fall off my chair voluntarily. Oh, this is a Roman bar. Very well thought. But, oh, okay, so I know it's very easy to sit on the commentary booth and you know, route it after the fact, but Blaze, if you wanted to do some really kick-ass routing, he could have been thinking about all of this. Setting up the night 3 time of day for the Ocean Title deed regrab, plus doing Aroma and Bar in the process with that Romani's mask. So it would have been a double time inside Greybay Temple after the boss, I guess. No such luck though. Trev was the one who did that check, it had nothing. But if you want to think about some really, you know, sort of routes, really, I don't want to say clever, but I would say clever. Routing, that is one of the spots, in my opinion. And here to Trev's demise, I think it... Has he done Mikau? In either case, it is time for Ocean Spider House Chest, and there's nothing on Blaze's side.
Was that
Wait.
nothing in Shrine?
Okay, this is where the brain needs to work. Darmani.
Lens.
Darmani Shiro and the Mount title deed. We really down to only this?
Where was the Mount indeed?
I don't even know. Honestly, I'm just taking a backseat from chat because I did the typical, you know, not knowing where an item was. / not looking at the screen. But anyway, Blaze did play Song of Time for certainly something.
Oh, Mount indeed is on Mikau, okay.
Oh, Mikau itself. Yeah, that's what I thought. Trev hasn't done it at all, right? It would be his spot to do it, and I think he just straight up forgot. This is a lot of money from Blaze. Wait, no. Oh, this gold dust. Oh, okay. Alright, so this is a Darmani plus Hot Spring Water that might be alive or not combo. It doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, Darmani
Meanwhile, okay. I just ate my words because I said Blaze was clear-cut in the lead. This is a live check right now that a completely new check that Trev is doing before Shrine, just to be noted.
Nice.
Oh, I gotta say, I'm really thinking here because we have all been on Blaze's situation, right? It is the bottom of the barrel of the seed. If you haven't been pre-routing like a billion things 40 minutes ago, you might start fumbling. It's normal. It happens to everyone. And I mean, no, Blaze has to do Darmani, right? This is good. This is not bad because of Darmani.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, you gotta start thinking about checks that you can immediately soar and immediately do. And Pohud has been a thing for quite a while, but this is also really good. But we just might have a lottery situation in our hands because it is a one runner doing one check, another runner doing another, completely tied. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Mirror shield, okay. I'm about to. I'm about to. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Grab a stress ball here. I'm about to just go and buy one. It's 7:30 a.m. in the countryside. There's literally nothing open because we are 2 hours 8 minutes in. We are in the edge of our seats with 2 items remaining minimum. One of them might unblock the seed for the other, and the seed gives us mirror shield. That we can't use because we don't have fire. Are you completely serious?
Neither fire nor keg.
Bro, it's like...
Oh, never mind.
Oh, the keg is here, Mikau! Oh, Darmani! I forgot the instrument player.
Whatever.
Bro, don't you just bail here? I mean, one extra check is nice. At the Hot Spring Water Grotto, maybe just bail on the gold dust, but... No, hold on, we don't even know yet, right? For as much as I've been bashing Mirror Shield for, I don't know, my entirely MMR career...
Yeah, it could be Fire Arrows on Shiro for Mirror Shield having Sonata, so...
Exactly. And meanwhile, yeah, Trev is doing a completely different thing. Unfortunately, having to enter a grotto on a complete waste to get the early bugs for the early right side check. Did get the potion, so not on his mind that the wallet is foolish. Therefore, a little bit extra time lost versus Blaze. No way around it. I mean... Blaze is absolutely not gonna get punished if this is indeed purely keg for Fire Arrow, but... Interesting that he's still doing the little completion here. This is a spot where you might just bail. I mean, I'm not... We have been there. It would obviously suck if you get storms from from the Romani's game, and Pamela doesn't have anything, and you're going, oh, I have to Song of Time again, dance for the sisters again, and go all the way over here again, but it has to be on your mind that you might just high roll the sea from here. I mean, not high roll because they did literally everything, but you might just beat the sea from here. Not gonna matter. Those Blaze opted for the safe option. It's never completely terrible. When it comes to MMR, if you want, full clearing is always a solid choice. No way around it. It's fine. And he did exit the hut. Wait. Oh, it's only day 1. Oh, okay, he did Smithy 1 indeed. So whole foolish wallet got caught up in the middle, but doesn't matter. Cause the oh yeah, Trev getting through the issues of routing beneath the well. I did make a little diagram, and it has like I wrote a bunch of variables that are included in well routing, but not the routes themselves because there are like 50. But yeah, it's just a stick for the right side. Unfortunate not having anything. And even more unfortunately, he is going all the way for a foolish check. It's the spot where not reading the hints completely does cost you, and quite a lot, actually.
Although, I mean, like Fox said, it was a long time between getting Wallet in Milk Road and reading the hints, so unless you're writing down where you get every single item, it's going to be rough to remember.
Yeah, it does happen for runners from time to time, but when it comes to very high level gameplay that you're aspiring to, that's why I do have 90-something text boxes on my tracker for every single item to write every single location. I do get lazy and I don't write like half of them, but still. Yeah, confirming that the Mirror Shield chest itself should be a completely live check. There's no wallet involved. You just need a milk from doesn't even matter where, and the bombs, and that's it. But we are seeing the left side being done, which will not have our item, and I want to see what Trev decides to do afterwards. If he's just gonna copium commit to the Mirror Shield chest, having to grab nuts, having to trade the stuff, get the big pole. Never want to do that, hopefully. Or if he wants to... Gee, I don't know, do Shrine? Yes, when it comes to the logic and importance, milk is just free out there. Pretty much by buying from the Gorman Bros. Or from the Termina Field Cow, given that... I mean, I would say, given that we're doing opponent start, but you do need bombs for that when it comes to logic. But yeah, the Gorman Bros sale just makes it, pretty much free. Sphere 0 bottle contents access. Oh, he's committing. Blaze's song might be Storms, but it would need a low-key miracle from Trev here. This is way too much time for a single check.
Yeah, even if he bails now and goes straight to Shrine, it's going to be hard to catch up.
And the keg is required, so I would say either Fire Arrow is literally in Mirror Shield chest, or Blaze will be advancing through the winner's bracket. I wonder what Blaze is gonna do for in-game time here, because you borderline should be playing a billion double times right here, right now. Because Major is gonna be impossible to route. Let's see when he decides to do it. I doubt this is gonna matter, but yeah, just progressing through the tempo, so... More importantly than betting on Fire Arrow, just bet on when is Blaze gonna double time.
I'm not sure what Trev's thought process is here. It's a really hard commit to Mirror Shield Chest over doing Shrine.
I mean, at this stage of the last location, and maybe considering a runner that is not rando savvy all the way, I mean, especially in a really bad spot, which is the bottom of when you're on the bottom of the barrel of the checks and you want to find something that resembles a routing on the scraps you have. I think you might just be defaulting to, let's just do checks, I have this available, I'm gonna do this, situation sucks, 2 hours 15 on the timer, who knows if, you know, Blaze is gonna finish, just do something, just do a check. Because the thing is, it would be this is where the, you know, the very niche stuff also comes into play. If somehow one of the runners was able to hold a cycle where they had the milk, it would already bootstrap them quite a bit of the way there. And I don't know what else, because yeah, it's Mirror Shield Chest, so gotta get this big Poe anyway. It sucks, but I was gonna mention I was gonna mention the beans, but that was already over with. Oh yeah, preloading the bugs in some grotto 40 minutes before you're gonna do well on the same cycle. All those things can come into play, so if you don't have them to bootstrap you, well, it becomes so much worse.
That's another wallet. I hope Blaze doesn't get baited into doing... Well, I guess he's just going to find fire arrows right here anyway, most likely, but hopefully he doesn't get baited into doing Bank 3 or something, because he apparently forgot about the Foolish Wallet before.
At worst, it would just be a trip to the Snowball guys with double magic, so not the biggest time loss. Oh wait, Trev had to... What happened? He's soaring back. Oh. Yeah, this is even more bulk time loss, damn. I guess it's literally because he doesn't know the Void strat, right? Because he never delivered a fish, so he doesn't know the... He's not aware of the Void tech by the Wallmaster. Unfortunately, you know, all variables that made them be, it just ends up being pure time loss. You know, like I always say, I mean, if you get this on a 1v1 bracket, obviously it's awful, but I always say these things are never too bad, because you can always, even if you have a bad result, you can always learn, you know? You get rolled into a seed, you miss a routing spot or do a mistake, you learn for the next time, right? It's just 1v1 bracket is the absolute worst spot to have these things happen, unfortunately.
Okay, this was a lot of time investment for a brown chest. Damn.
For a little old brownie.
I was thinking, even if it were fire arrows right there, that wouldn't necessarily be good for Trev, because he'd probably go finish Snowhead, do Springtime. It'd still take him a little while before he went to Shrine, I guess. And then at that point, Darmani's really isolated. Although he doesn't have much else anyway.
He's
But yeah,
pondering.
it's irrelevant.
Sword to Ikana, no it's not Ikana. Sword to Great Bay, maybe remembered Mikau. Doing that little head shake, little desperate smile might just be, oh god, it's so over. Hate to see it on a runner's face. It is a remembering Mikau. The two spots for routing it would have been with Pinnacle Rock or with Ocean Spider House Chest. It kind of sucks that he missed those, so +1 soar, +1 swim.
But the Mountain Dew check is something we haven't seen. At least.
And after getting boss key chest, Blaze did double time into night 3 to play until midnight. And I don't know, I might not be remembering correctly, but I think this is a literal perfect spot for it. Let's tally it. Kamado, what have we done for the time of day dependent clock town masks that suck? Kamado's mask, Couple's mask. All Knight's mask has been hinted dead all the way in Aliens a long time ago. What else? Yeah, Cafe's mask. The only thing Blaze has is Madame Roman Bar. He has the Romani's. He's completely free to do it. Romani's mask itself cannot have the fire arrow. Not even an option, because storms for fire arrow isn't a thing anymore. So he can just be on the edge of Moon Crash forever, right? After night 3 on. This is perfect, right? Think he hasn't done Honey and Darling or something? But, you know, doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
Alright, but most importantly, we are seeing a live check from Trev right here. And I gotta say, if the fire arrow is here, it will heavily depend on what Blaze decides to prioritize. So I would say this is a drum roll still.
Oh, never
Not
mind.
anymore. It is a clear-cut powder keg for Woodfall Temple, for fire arrow on Odoa's heart container, and it's go mode for Blaze. And I don't think there's even an opportunity for a catch-up, not even close. Blaze looking at a winner's bracket advance.
Yeah, it'll have to be a power outage or something.
It's the power outage. Oh, Jesus Christ. When that's the only thing you can mention, that's very tragic. I gotta say one thing. The majority time of day that I talked about could have been a variable here if Trev had, you know, had the opportunity to get the keg a little bit sooner. But it is on a shrine check, so it will just not be possible at all. But I think Blaze will have to wait for Majora here. There's not a single Snowhead Temple clear in the world that spends this amount of in-game time. Even if he switches to human, does a bunch of mistakes. So I'm not sure if Blaze just remembered it late or thought it would be enough in-game time, but just had to enter the temple and immediately play. No way around it for the most optimal Majora time of day routing.
Yeah, Trev's had to go back to graveyard to clear up the bomb lock stuff that he had to skip before.
Yeah, he's just going back, and yeah, there's no way around it. I would say it's you can might not even be able to metagame this stuff completely out, because who knows if Blaze got a late bomb bag, you know? I mean, for Christ's sake, he had a blast mask for how many hours? So, you know, it's not impossible for us that we have the entire spoiler of what runners are doing, that Blaze maybe could have not have an explosive at all throughout this whole time.
Unfortunately, Trev forgot to buy the Secret Shrine DLC. It's just not in his game.
Maybe he thinks he doesn't have enough heart pieces. Oh my god, if anyone got this joke, you are a king or a queen, because it was a really bad one. I don't want to make the whole speedrunner plays vanilla game a whole thing. Even though I'm making it half the time, I swear I don't want to. Believe me. Logical 17 hearts. When are we gonna get it? Yeah, I don't know how many. Maybe.
Nice. Really clean punch-only strats, though. I like that. Optimal Iron Knuckle. At this point, he must know that something's in Shrine, and he's just banking on it not being there. Because he's put it off for so long. Sonata was, oh yeah, it was on Keg, which was on Healing Darmani. With Lens being in Shrine.
It's hard to even know what went through the runners' minds for delaying Shrine for this long. I think it might just be the simplest scenario. Not even that they decided to skip it, but just, you know, disregarded it and thought about other checks first. Because Blaze also had a really good layup for it, which is the delayed grotto for the added density, but still did, you know, Ocean Spider Hell's Chest before going to the location. Alright, you have 5 seconds to place your bets. Blaze, possibly a speedrunner background rando player. What strategy will be chosen? And arrows it is. Oh, he corrected the lineup, but still didn't hit. I think you could have corrected it with the side hop length alone, but it is going alright right now, which is what matters.
No stalactite troll this time.
That is true, as mentioned in chat. The fire arrow in Woodfall Temple giveth, the fire arrow in Woodfall Temple taketh away. Although it didn't even matter, because it was just more about the keg, but still. Nice little coincidence. As well as Stone Tower Temple, First Temple. I think that the seed generation maybe has a thing for Trev of, you know, a certain item pattern or whatever. Way too many things are assigned to be coincidences. So yeah, a little bit of a wait time, although not that much, really. Could have completed this magic rather than dancing around, but it's just minor stuff. Did Blaze equip the bunny hood, more importantly? I know, it's so nitpicky, but it's so annoying.
Could have done differently. I mean, apart from doing Shrine earlier.
Trev absolutely laughing it off at the lens. Wonder what the laughter is gonna turn into as he sees the 2:30 something finish time.
Blue potion into Shiro, I guess. Which is fair. I'd rather do Shiro before Damani.
It might be close in terms of which check you get first, so yeah, this is just nicely done here. Unfortunately, both of them are swords anyway, so if only you could stack 2 blue potions, do well afterwards. You do have to store after Shiro still, but maybe a little bit of a tiny combo of routing. You know, if the left side was alive, etc., etc.
It is really good game sense to know little things like at night time you can, with light arrows, you can grab the 100 rupees there and just buy the potion, or you can grab the blue potion and go to Woods of Mystery and heal Kome that way. It's...
Yeah, the money from the little schools for the blue potion, that's a classic. And the Waterfall Woods, that's very next level. I think mainly because it doesn't come up often. But yeah, not all runners would remember it.
I wonder if Blaze goes for the quick kill. I can't remember if he does or not.
I gotta learn Trev's, it's absolutely ridiculous.
You know, the 3.7 second wrath kill.
I can't replicate it for the life of it. I need actual advice.
It's
2 tries, unfortunately, didn't get it.
GG.
Oh, nice. GG. Yeah.
Just as Trev sees the keg.
Got the keg at the same time that Blaze finished the entire seed. And this is it. Blaze will be advancing to the on the winners bracket. I don't know if it's quarterfinals yet. Is it top 8 already? It is top something. So, but yeah, very well done. I think we have both runners queued up for an interview. You can see it on the Discord channel. All right, welcome and GG.
Hello, GG.
Yes.
Hello.
GG.
It's very well done, Blaze, and Trev seems to be laughing off a little bit.
A little bit. I'm a little. I've had 2 last item fire arrow seeds in a row now.
Borderline, not even fire arrow, honestly, because
Yeah, I mean that one
good.
was keg that led to fire arrow. Yeah, it's like similar.
It was 2 hours 30 of seed. We have been through so much of routing, small, big and small, minor and major. But I gotta ask the first question of all of them. What about Shrine, Blaze and Trev?
I knew this was coming.
I mean,
So we
you go
already
ahead,
discussed
Trev.
this. We already discussed this a little bit in the race chat. But I thought that Blaze must have done it already, and that if anything good was there, that I would have lost already. Because I felt like my mid game was kind of bad, and I was holding Blaze to a very high standard, and so because of that, I'm like, Blaze must have already done Secret Shrine. I'm going to skip it. And that's why I left it to last. I never leave it that late, ever. I never do that. That's the first time I've ever left it that late. And of course, it was the play.
I figured that was the case. Either that or you didn't have the Shrine DLC installed, because you left that so long.
Yeah, I didn't have my Zelda dungeon guide next to me. I forgot about it.
you thought it would need 16 hearts or something?
Yeah.
I was still
No,
holding
I had the same thought. Like after getting Deku and STT, I went and did those Deku area checks, and I knew Shrine was there, but I figured, oh yeah, Trev has surely done this already.
So just so you know, like what I left before going to or what I did before going to Shrine. Shrine was my only thing left when I finally went to it. I was so convinced. I was convinced to such a great extent, which maybe in the future I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't assume to that degree that you haven't that you've gone there. Because I did a second trip to Graveyard. I did all 3 checks in well.
Oh yeah, I tried. I think the only things I had left were well, Poe Hut, Shiro, a couple other things, but it was almost last for me too.
When I went there, I think the only thing it was showing my tracker was Shrine, and I accidentally made a mistake earlier in the run and gave like the potion to the witch before going and talking to the other witch, so I couldn't get that. So I just left that, and I'm like, if that's anything important, I lose. That was my thinking. So that was in play, and Secret Shrine, and that's when I finally went to Secret Shrine. I had 5 checks left when I went to 6 checks when I went to Secret Shrine.
Yeah, and I was going up there for the hot spring water for gold dust and all the hot spring water stuff, and you find the keg there, and I almost wanted to just go check the keg and leave those other checks, but I knew it could end up being Song of Storms. I never found the mirror shield.
Where did I get the mirror shield? Wait a minute.
It's Poe Hut, I think.
It was Poe Hut, yes.
Yeah.
Which I couldn't do anything with it because I didn't have fire arrows.
Right, no fire. You need the keg anyway to use the mirror. So.
I take it that you both forgot that Wallet in the Gourmet Roast race was foolish, because Smithy won and Well left side, but no big deal.
Yep, I forgot that.
Oh, that's right.
Wallet was there.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That's right, that is right. I did forget that the wallet was foolish.
I didn't bother writing down Milk Road foolish because I'd already done everything there, but maybe if I had, I would have realized that.
More important than the Milk Road foolish is having 96 text boxes to write where every single item are. No big deal, you know, just simple stuff. But I am going to, selfishly, use this example to give a teaching that I always give, and I think that is really true. Never metagame! Do not metagame, ever! Okay, there are so many situations where you think, oh, the other runner absolutely did or didn't do this. You would be really surprised at what happens in a 1v1. I actually said that when Trev was doing the bombable graveyard checks, because I was like, it is very realistic that maybe Blaze there's a situation where Blaze could not have done those. I mean, you had Blast Mask for like hours, and you waited for the cooldown for like 30 minutes at some points. So it's not a stretch to think that. So, you know, when thinking about Shrine, even more, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
The
get
mind games.
Yeah, it's just like there came a point in that race where my mindset was literally just do the most obnoxious thing, and I think I started metagaming to the extreme, and like that I think it works in a qualifier when there's so many runners, right? Because it absolutely worked when I employed it in a qualifier, but with so many runners, I think there's a good chance that like it will work out the way you think, just because someone's gonna do it, right? And there's usually enough good runners that, like, in the race, that one of them is gonna do it, right? So...
Yeah, it sort of works if you can bank a literal win, pretty much, out of doing an absurd check, and most of the time you're gonna just throw away several spots instead. But more importantly is usually to, you know, whatever checks you decide to do, to just route the solid full clear at the end of the seed to have a good last location routing. And I feel like these metagame thoughts, or what has the other one done? What could I have done? A lot of times they just can, you know, take you off the correct path, you know. So it's very dangerous. Not just because you're doing an absurd check and stuff and losing time, but I think just because of the focusing on the routing itself rather than all these other factors.
There have been plenty of times where I felt like I was really behind in a race and then watched it back, and I was actually ahead until I started throwing because I felt that I was behind.
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't know how it's going for the other person.
I think I learned a lesson here, and also I honestly think I like underestimate my own ability in Rando, because like I make mistakes. I don't have as much time in it as a lot of other people in the tournament, but like I don't think I'm that bad. And I don't think I have to metagame to that level. Probably.
Yeah, I don't know if it was clear on our private conversations, but even though I'm grilling you over a few, very nitpicky things here and there, you are obviously very competitive. And both of your runs at the beginning, you were very, very competitive against each other. And you actually had the upper hand for quite a while, Trev. Mostly because you skipped that Blaze had already done. I think Swamp Archery, Town Archery, and the Bombable Graveyard stuff, I think those are the main things. So you did pull ahead for quite a while. And I think you started losing pace a little bit when it came to the whole entering north section. You Song of Timing away the Bean in the Water to do Stone Tower, which was the Gorn Mask. Blaze just steamrolled through all of that, and I think you lost some pace there. And Blaze eventually skipped Wart and I think Light Arrow Chest. So, but when it came to the last location, you were at points doing checks that the other person hadn't done. So the race was completely on after all of that pace shifting, so to speak.
Gotcha. That's interesting then. At least it was a good race.
It's a good watch for sure.
Oh, super appreciate the canyon into Mystery Woods grotto routing, by the way.
Oh yes, I thought of you when I did it. I was actively thinking of you. I'm pretty sure it was good too. I wasn't even
amazing.
Forcing it. So I'm pretty sure it's good here to do it. So, it worked out.
Yeah, you got big props for that.
Alright, thank you. I'll take that, even if I lost. Okay, I learned my lesson. I promise to Spec that I will not metagame again.
Yeah, I mean,
Cruise to the bracket.
I think there are a few situations where you might think of one or another thing that is kind of maybe I already lost a lot if it's there, but I think it's so rare. And oftentimes it's better to make the mistake on the side of just having a good clear, a solid clear. Doesn't matter of the ifs,
Yeah, and I rarely ever do it, and when I did it in the quals, it's because I made a huge mistake. I made a mistake that cost me so much time in the qualifiers, and so then I metagamed from there, because I lost in the qualifiers. I made a mistake where I neglected a very obvious way of the hero hint and lost 15-ish minutes getting the item there, which it was hookshot or something. And so I'm everyone else has probably got hookshot, if not 15 minutes ago, at least 5 to 10. So it actually worked out that I metagamed, because I just skipped a whole bunch of obvious stuff after that that people would have done, and I ended up placing really well in that qualifier still. And that was just, in that case, it made sense because I had made a huge mistake. But while I think that seed that we just played was really hard in a lot of ways to properly route out, I don't think I made any giant mistakes to that degree. So I probably shouldn't have decided to do that so quickly.
I mean, watch it back. I certainly commentated over it. Wink, wink.
Well, I'm scared. I'm not prepared for what you're gonna say about me.
Yeah, it has been 2 hours 30 of Majora, which is at one point this was a solid seed time, not anymore by a long shot. Probably because of the setting and generally the people's skills, to be honest. But yeah, even in the middle of the game, there were some scattered things that if you didn't give it proper thought, you could have maybe done one or two more swords than you had to, things like that. In the end, of course, there was a giant last location routing. That's a whole beast on itself.
Oh yeah, I started losing my mind and couldn't focus after 2 hours.
Yeah, there are things, for example, buying the bean, getting water, or preloading bugs for half backwards beneath the well, among others, that I did mention. It's stuff you have to route 40 or 50 minutes before it will even happen. Plus, setting your time of day, stuff like that. So yeah, it's just, if you're not, dead set on the mindset, on the thought process, it can just chew you up and make you waste those extra region trips and stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, you have any more? Oh, sorry.
I do have one last comment. This one last comment. So Blaze finally got the revenge on me because 3 years ago, Blaze messaged me on Discord asking for something. He was asking. He just messaged me asking for like my Nintendo Spy skin, my input display skin, and I ghosted
Ignored
him.
me.
I ghosted him for 3 years, and then when I went to schedule the race, I saw that there, and all I could think is, "Wow, I'm an asshole."
Oh no.
I probably forgot about it the very next day.
But I saw that, and I felt so bad. So you know what? We're gonna call it revenge anyway.
It's awesome. I'm
Good
afraid to look
times.
at my Discord DMs.
Hello. So, just want to point out we have a question in the chat for Trev.
Sure.
The question. Well, I say question. It was what the fuck on that near moon crash trading in the ocean title deed when he could have gone to the bean seeds for Goron. You literally, what was it, like 2 frames away from moon crashing? On that ocean title deed?
Not quite, but pretty close. So the reason I I knew I couldn't do both. I knew I should have inverted sooner. I didn't invert soon enough to give myself enough time to do both in that section. Because I really wanted to, before I Song of Time, I really wanted to do Bean for inverted Stone Tower, and I really wanted to trade in the Ocean Title Deed, because they're both, I don't want to have to reacquire either one. And if I just inverted sooner in Great Bay Temple, then yes, I would have been able to do both, and that's really what I should have done. I underestimated the amount of time I needed. But then when I chose one or the other, I chose Ocean Deed first because Ocean Deed was going to be more annoying to reacquire than Beans.
Makes sense.
Like, Ocean Deed was on Big Bomb Bag, so I was either going to have to go all the way to day 3 and do a whole bunch of Song of Double Times, and then even then, Curiosity Shop doesn't open right away. Or I'd have to do, like, route in another, like, sack on, like, saving Granny. So either way, I feel like reacquiring Ocean Deed would have been bad. But, obviously, the best thing I should have done is just invert sooner in Great Bay Temple and done both. But, in the situation that I put myself in, where I had to pick one, that's why I picked that one.
I think the main issue, and I talked about it extensively in the race itself, I think you just over-routed Kamado, and lost control of the time of day with the whole not inverting. Because the thing is, one thing that you could notice is, okay, you're going through Great Bay, and I don't know when the items were acquired. It's not even gonna matter. But you know that you use Song of Time as a warp to Clocktown and then enter north, and then you're gonna spend a bunch of time, right? So
yes, yeah, that also would have been better. But I thought I could do all of them.
After you get done with the Cape Grotto, you soar out. You soar to the bean. You do the bean. You soar out. You can deliver the paper if you want, but then. That's the perfect timing for you to Song of Time in order to, set Midnight Meeting. If you want to do Rosa Sisters, you do Rosa Sisters or you delay it. And then take a North Entry, spend a bunch of time on the stuff you have to spend time, and then choose to do Camaro much later. For when you get the Midnight Meeting item, hell, you could even reroute Old Lady if that was the case. And then do Camaro. You can put Camaro off to all of that. Later, like I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I think there was still Zora stuff if you needed to spend in-game time if North didn't have anything.
And here's the thing, I think I would have done that. Like, I think I understand that, and I think this is an answer to MJ Evans' question too. Like, I think I understand that I should have just not gone north when I did. But I also legitimately thought I had enough time to do it, reach the owl, and still do both those things. I legitimately, and to be fair, I wasn't that far off, because while I Song of Timed really close to Moon Crash, you only need like another couple minutes to get the Inverted Stone Tower chest. Like, if I had like 6 or 7 more minutes of in-game time, so I underestimated how much time the path would take, and then I realized that it was going to take too much while I was on the path, but then I was already halfway there, and so maybe that actually the play should have still been to abandon it. I think it should have been.
Yeah.
Probably
The
to
whole
still abandon it. But in
the
the
whole
moment, I didn't want to abandon it. It was like what's the phenomenon? There's like a
Sunk cost fallacy.
yeah, the sunk cost fallacy. That's literally what so like I recognized the problem as early as Path to Mountain Village. But before I reached Path to Mountain Village, I still thought I was fine. Like I was doing Camaro, and I'm like, I'm fine. I can do all this in 46 minutes of inverted time. Like that's a lot of time because I'm inverted. Like, but I misjudged slightly. That's all that happened there. I don't disagree with what Spec or MJ Evans said at all.
Yeah, and the thing is, yeah, at the time I thought, yeah, I think Trev is just, he misjudged the in-game time, and he might be on the mode of, oh, I have to do stuff before it crashes, blah, blah, blah. But all of it was completely irrelevant, actually. Even if you just stay on that in-game time, I think it was really more about delaying Camaro in order to use Song of Time as your Clocktown warp. And obviously you use the bean in the water that you got without Song of Timing them away. And, you know, delivering the Ocean Title Deed, that was not a problem as well.
Yes.
Doing those checks, because Stone Tower, Goron doesn't speed that up. And I know it's silly because the item was there, and this you can say this is results oriented. But yeah, you go to the place where you know, Goron's not gonna give you a speed up. Yeah, the North Owl's progression, but it's slow as, you know, it's really slow. You're still fishing for items. So you can go for the, you know, the lowest common denominator for the stuff you already have max resources for. And you know, the title deed kind of sucks without Goron, but it's, you know, a lesser of a punishment, but the item is temporary as well. But yeah, I think it's more about that because, yeah, for example, so not only you soared to Clocktown in order to enter North rather than making the best of your Song of Time, because your Song of Time, you set Midnight Meeting and then you soared away, so you like lost one entire soar as a time loss. And yeah, you soar to Clocktown, and it's like, oh, I have to do Camaro, and oh, I'm already in Terminal Field, might as well enter North. I don't know if that's when you de-isolated Biobaba, but it might have been. So you see how all this stuff is getting stacked just because of this whole Camaro thing, and ending up not using Song of Time as a Clocktown warp. You see how I think this is where the time loss snowballs from, you know? The moon crash might. Okay. It's almost at the end of the.
I know. Hold on, let me disconnect and reconnect the bot again. Hold on.
Yeah, we're back there saying.
Okay. Yeah, at the end of the day, like the stuff you're saying, you know, Biobaba plus Camaro plus entering North, all these things are, you know, spots for you to combo checks. That is absolutely true, but you know. The other variables are also a thing in the Song of Time Warp to Clocktown back, and doing the other stuff first as a priority. But yeah, I totally get it, the reasoning you had to do the stuff you did.
Yeah, it was just wrong. So there you go. It makes sense why you said you did it, but you're wrong, and you should feel bad. That's what I got.
Like I said, there's a lot of commentary in the race itself.
I know it's more nuanced than that.
You might enjoy it, or it might end up being a whole therapy session or something.
Alright. It was good. That was a good race, Blaze. That seed sucked.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, GG, good race.
GG's.
GG's, guys. Does
Natalie?
anyone have any last comments at all?
I'm good.
All good.
Specs like I'm done.
If I say something, Spec's gonna like chew me out again, and I'm scared. So. Well, I have been MJ Evans. I have been. I'm just. It's hard to condense it all quickly. To learn it all quickly. I did integrate things I saw from other runners today. Actually. It's hard to do in a fast time frame.
Oh, well, if you guys are done with your heated debate, I'll call. I'm just gonna go over the next couple of races that we've got. I know I went over them earlier in the last race, but I'm doing it again. We've got G Green Cola versus ADMSC tomorrow, and Spec versus Vidya. How are you feeling about your race tomorrow, Spec? In less than a paragraph?
I mean, Vidya's obviously a quality player. I can't mess around. On the other hand, just gotta go and play good Majora, have a little bit of a warm up, maybe play a seed. As long as I don't confuse the seed I play in the morning with the seed I have to play on the race. And yeah, it's just about keeping it up. Just focus, play good Majora, do everything correctly as best as I see fit, and yeah.
Well, we wish you the best of luck on your race tomorrow. I believe Brigo will be commentating over your race with Captain. So hopefully it'll be a good race. And then we've got Tony Big Blind versus Fifth Whammy on Wednesday and Natharian versus Ocean on Saturday. There's probably plenty more races that are going to pop up during the week, but those are the ones that we currently have at the moment. So just a quick thank you to everybody who has featured in the restream today. So in the commentary box we had Spec and Brigo Bash. Thank you both. And then the three commentators actually, trackers, sorry. So myself, I was also the restreamer today, Shannon Bread, and then my co-commentators, Pojo Lone Wolf, who did the first half, Saberstorm doing the second half. Thank you both for joining, and Saber stepping in at the last second. Very much appreciated. And of course our two great racers who put on a great show for us today, Trev and Blaze. GG's to you both, and good luck on your next races.
Thank you for restream.
You're very welcome. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to raid over to Scrub Central. They currently have the OTR qualifier going on at the moment, because ZSR 2 is about to finish. So they managed to start after us and finish before us. It's really impressive. So yeah, we're going to raid over to Scrub Central. You can watch all of those people play some OTR. And that is it from us for Majora's Mask tonight. I'm not sure if there's any other races going on tonight on ZSR, but don't think so. I think all of the races are done at least until midnight. Nope, sorry, 12 PM tomorrow, my time. So yeah, that's probably it for ZeldaSpeedRuns for today, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of races on for all of you guys tomorrow. But yeah. Did I actually type the command? Did it work? Okay, hold on. I gotta do the raid now. But yes, thank you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
My raid never works when I want it to. Not working. But yeah, thank you guys. We will see you tomorrow. Yeah, I did it. Cool. We're out. See you later.